said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true!
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Backstage with Al and Jay. Are you ready?
You what?
And now, your host, Al Silva.
Who? Oh, we're back. And ready to, have way too much content for what's supposed to be one episode. But that's okay, because we're here anyway. It's Al, and it's Jay, and for the first time ever, we're cross-streaming on multiple platforms, thanks to the glorious Restream platform, or whatever they're called. Are they called Restream? Yeah, they're called Restream. I don't know. I didn't pay them, and they don't pay me. Nobody's getting paid either way, but I think it's a great service. So we're on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, we're on TikTok, and we're on YouTube in both vertical and horizontal format. There's no excuse to not join the show no more, okay? And unless you're saying time-wise, because then I think the cutoff is like 10:30. And if that's the case, then we made it. Because 10:35. Now, today is not my fault. It's not Jason's fault. I had all the equipment ready. We were ready to go. TikTok has been acting super funky lately ever since they got sold, and a lot of my content wasn't working when I was getting the show prepared. So we'll explain that when we get to Insano World. There's a little bit about TikTok here, but nobody's fault, okay? And now we're able to cross-platform, so I think that makes up for being late. So if you're on Facebook, let me know. Comment on Facebook. I think I should be able to keep up with the comments this time because I have an idea for it. I have it on multiple devices. I have my old iPhone, my new iPhone, and my iPad. So if you comment, we'll see it, and then we'll say stuff on the show. All right, so let's go ahead and get straight in to the pregame. It's time for the pregame.
No, what are you waiting for? Do it!
Oh, Facebook is doing something funny. It's like, hang on, I don't know about you. You can connect. You did it yesterday. I will slap you. I will slap you. I think that's important because, honestly, most of the people I know, they're on Facebook. I don't really interact with many human beings outside of Facebook.
Me either.
All right, let's see here. I'm gonna give it one more shot. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's just go ahead and take a look at it. Boop, boop, boop. I just want to make sure I'm doing my P's and Q's. You know how it be. Let's go here. Let's go me. Let's go live video. Go live. Maybe I had to go live on a couple
Somebody's
things.
going to clip farm you where you just started blinking with one eye. He's glitching
Clip
out.
it out. Oh, I think you have to do a new stream key every time. People, just bear with me, okay? Don't you understand that we're trying to be successful human beings here? Okay? This is how it has to. This is what we have to do. You don't get it. We're trying to be somebody. We want to be somebody. Okay?
I wasn't even expecting
This is
that.
what we have to do. Damn it. I was really excited about Facebook. I got too many contacts on Facebook, bro. That's really sad. It's very, very sad that I can't do this. I'm actually so disappointed that the show's over. It's over. I don't want to do it no more. No, I'm just joking. Fine. Damn, bro. I can't believe you. I can't believe you. There's a way to do this, and I just don't know.
Facebook's just
What
committed
we
to
just
letting you down.
did this. I just tested this. This is why I tested it, because I said, oh, I want to make sure that we're good to go. I don't want no hassles. Damn it. Nope. All right, well. It wouldn't be an effing Backstage with Al and Jay if something didn't work that I thought would work. I literally cannot win in my life. That's just how it is. It'd be too easy. You guys don't understand. With all the talents and abilities that I've been given with since birth, if I didn't have to fight tooth and nail for every single thing that I have to achieve, it would be too easy. I'd be breathing success. I'd be like, and they'd be like, wow, you're the president already. And I'd be like, It's just so fucking easy. This is nothing to me. But no, I thought, and get kicked down 20 times, and I get up 19. Like, I don't even get to get up every time. It's insane.
It only matters as long as you get up on the last one.
And the last one. On the very, very last one.
You get kicked down 20 times, get up once.
Just one. Yeah, you're right. If you get kicked down and then they just keep kicking you while you're down there, you're okay. As long as you get up that one last time.
Yeah, just take a breather down there. Nobody cares.
Wowzers. All right. Well, anyway, continuing on without our Facebook family. That's really sad. Let's see here. Because I wanted to give this a shout out. I know some of them would have popped in here. But anyway, we have some birthdays to celebrate here. Starting with whoever's today first, because it's their actual birthday. So it's actually my brother and sister's. I have a twin brother and sister. It's their birthday today. Look at this. I'll show you guys what they look like here. Let's go right here. Yep, that's us. We just took this photo 3 days ago. This was Saturday. So that's me. That's my little sister, Juanita. It's her birthday. That's my big sister, Christina. And that's my little brother, Ramon. Those are the twins. You can guess 2 of them are browner than these 2. So it's probably those guys that are twins. That's how it works. They're 2 years younger than me. So I think they're turning 36 this year. Happy birthday to them. We also took a picture with my mother for those of you who are interested on what my mom looks like. This is us with my mom here. My mom's birthday this year. She wanted to go to Honduras, and I think I might be able to pull it off depending on how some things go. But then I guess not everybody in the family, because she wants the whole family to go down there. She built a house down there and everything. She's like, everybody can come. All you got to do is pay for your flight. And, have a little bit of money for whatever you want to do there. But, no hotel, none of that stuff, no transportation. They'll have all that. And so I was like, well, all right, I can do it. But then not everybody had their passports ready in time. So we're not going to go for her birthday in March. Instead, we're going to go maybe May or June or something like that. So I'm really excited because I just really have to plan out, how can I make that a business venture? That's my thing. It's like, all right, what am I going to maybe
bring your cameras.
Well, you bring your cameras.
Honduras.
Yeah, but you can't just be like, oh, I brought my cameras and I took photos. Like they have to have a specific business purpose. Like I made a documentary about what's going on in Honduras, or you know what I mean? It's like,
so then
you have to have an actual purpose for it. So I was like, oh, what is that? And that's my first thought was like, oh, I can make like a documentary. This is what you people don't understand what it's like down there. What happens if it's? I've heard before in the years past that it's nuts. It's crazy. Like Honduras, like, oh my goodness, like crime ridden or whatever. And then throughout the last few years, or I can't remember how many years ago, that they had a certain president come in. He wiped a bunch of crime out. So now it's a lot better. Maybe that's what I report on. And then I can put this as a business expense. But now we're in year 2, so they don't do the same thing where you can write off everything. You can write off 50% of verified things. So we'll see how that goes. But hey, with the government, you ask.
They're not going to give you half-price margaritas.
No. Now they're going to be a little more scrutinizing. Now, year 2, they go, okay, bro, we gave you one. We want those receipts now.
Well, I mean, really, it's not giving you anything. It's just not
allowing
not taking it again.
Yeah. So there's my family, and then it's also somebody else's birthday. You guys might not know. It's not physically today, but it's close enough. Especially when it gets to like 26. I'm like 26, 7, 8, 9. I'm like, it's one of them days. I always go, damn, is it 26 or 29th? It's the same number but upside down. Right? That's crazy. It's actually XX the Jay's birthday. Jay. Remember when we celebrated in front of like 10,000 people? That was crazy.
I mean, none of them look alike. Those are all clearly individual people.
They were close. Gemini was a little close with this one.
Came to support us.
That's so funny. I'm like,
my birthday.
I put in the face that we have for Jason in the thumbnail, and I was like, have this man holding a cake with the 38 candles, and then make him like on stage in front of like thousands of people, and then that's what it put out. And I'm like,
what's funny?
Why does he look weird? Why does he look different? He has all the features of Jason, but it's not Jason. You know,
it's not far off.
Yeah,
those candles look exactly like the candles that Carolina actually got me. The cake is completely different.
Yeah.
But the candles look almost the same.
Interesting. Yes, I wanted, and then I was even thinking of like making it like super detailed, like, oh, and then put guitars on the thing and do all sorts of crazy stuff. But then I was like, oh, it's just not gonna.
Well, good thing.
It's not gonna
I thought that was
that.
money on the ground. They just threw confetti. Never mind.
Yeah, confetti, money, underwear, whatever. So that was his birthday. We celebrated that in front of 10,000 people.
Crazy.
It was nuts. It was the craziest part. You guys weren't invited. You weren't there. It was nuts. All right. Let's see. Moving on here. Where'd my at? There we go. All right. This one Jason sent me. I didn't get a chance to look at it before the show. We'll look at it together. It's I put how to insult like a gentleman, but there's a proper way to say certain things that you're trying to get a point across. Let's take a look so we can be a little more proper in the workplace.
Intelligent insults. I can see you are committed to your current level of understanding. I'm jealous of everyone that hasn't met. Thank you for helping me. It was like doing it myself, only harder. I admire your courage to speak in the absence of knowledge. Your food for thought leaves every. Nothing
Still
lights
hungry.
up a room like your absence. When someone says, "Do you know who I am?" No, but I bet those who do are envious. I wish I didn't have common sense. You seem so It's impossible to underestimate. You've mastered the tone of authority without the inconvenience of depth.
Damn.
I refuse to engage in a battle of wits with an unarmed man. You're the reason instructions have... It's interesting what you've done with your education. As an outsider, what are your views on intelligence? I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it. Don't let my knowledge get in the way of your confidence. You absolutely light up every room you walk out of. I'm looking for intelligent...
Damn. Yeah, some of those are so smooth you could definitely get away, and it almost sounds like you were...
I will be getting away
like
with
you're like talking them up. Like, oh, man. That's awesome. Let's see here. Next one. If you can't make 400 grand, this is Grant Cardone. For those of you that don't know Grant Cardone, here, let me put it up here. This is his thoughts on making 400 grand.
I'm offended already.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of this. Something went wrong here based on TikTok's doing shit. But here we go. All right. Tell us, Grant.
You can't make 400 grand. I don't even know how you think you're a decent human being. That's abusive. I don't make 400 grand. Okay, but I'm telling you, you can. That's how you make 400 grand. You put it in your calculator and say, I make 400 grand. And I divide it by 365. That means I need to make $1,095. If you've ever made $1,095.11, you can make 400 grand because I just showed you how easy it is. It's $1,095 365 times.
A day.
But if I wanted to make it easier than that, I'd be like, divide by 24 hours. So it's $45. If you can make $45 one time and then multiply it, you can make 400 grand. Now, the question is whether you can make it in a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years. You're going to make it. Same thing with $1 million. Break it down. Make it easy on yourself. How many times do I need to do X in order to collect whatever the number is?
Well, I didn't even think about it. You just take the big ass number and you divide it enough, and then you're like, oh man, we can make 400 grand by just making $45 every hour.
Right. I mean, that's easier
every day
said
of the
than
year.
done, but yeah, I mean, it does feel
there it
simpler.
Is.
I think that this would be a good psychological trick if you were to be like, either you're more realistic with it, like you give yourself 2 days off a week, so you don't do 365 days a year. It increases the number you have to do every day.
Yeah. But
it is also more realistic.
That's true, because I think that's what he's saying. It's like, I know it, like I came across this like, what a douchebag. But in the grand scheme of things, he's right. It's just now it's whatever number you're trying to make. If it is 400 grand, you're like, okay, it's $45 an hour, but I'm not going to be able to do 24 hours, 365. So like you said, okay, well, how many hours can we do? Well, let's say 80 hours a week. We'll put in some grind. Well, we're not going to do every single week, have a couple weeks off. And then that'll tell you, all right, how many years is that going to take? You went from 1 year, taking 1 year. Now maybe because of the hours you set, the days and the amount of weeks and time you work, now you're like, okay, this will take 10 years. But then if you say, all right, now I know I realistically can do this in 10 years, I think that's where he's supposed to be building your confidence to be like,
Yeah.
I can make 400 grand.
He started out pretty rough, and then.
Well, you're not even a decent human being. You can't make 400 grand.
Maybe that's the case.
Yeah. Interesting. So we're going to try it out. Let's try making 400 grand. We're going to see how that goes. Now, this is how to outwoke the HR lady. Sometimes you got to outwoke them. And I'm going to try this. I'm going to see what I can get away with at work here.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And I think you can say restroom.
Oh, okay.
But, looking at the bigger picture of this.
Oh, I don't know if you can say the B word. Yeah.
Why?
Big. And there's just like a lot of history behind that. Like the proud activist Lizzo, she like worked tirelessly to like kind of like deplatformize that word. Yeah. So yeah. So maybe use like substantial.
Substantial. Okay.
That down real quick. But yeah, just circling back to this, I think.
Oh, I don't know if you can use the shape circle. It's again like triggering to a lot of people. Like even like come on, like people aren't shapes. Like let's not use shapes. Let's abandon shapes.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're teaching me things every
See?
single day. Wow, thank you so much. But yeah, I also wanted to say thank you for like seeing this and overlooking this.
Oh, I don't know if you can use overlooking because, again, back to the whole blind people, like they don't really,
They can't
like,
look.
They don't like us appropriating,
Yeah.
their
We want to be
terminology.
respectful.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
using that terminology.
My
Yeah.
goodness.
So I want to pull that, like, just pick random things that my boss says, and I'm like, ooh, I don't know if we can use the word success because there are people that are failures, and it kind of offends them, So we probably should stay away from that, and just do it for a bunch of them. Like everybody go, ooh, oh, you're right.
Would you be as obvious with it as this person was, in like
circles, shapes,
one right after the other?
Yeah.
Boof,
Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah,
It's too much.
I
But
think
you could definitely pick one and just sound super serious about it. Like, oh,
One
we can't say
per
that no
day,
more.
or like.
Well, I guess if you had the initiative, like, hey, we got to be more inclusive around here. So starting today forward, we're going to be more inclusive, and then you could do like one every day, couple
You
of
could
weeks.
do it all the time if
Yeah.
if you prefaced it like that. Like if you set it up, you wanted to make it more PR friendly.
Yep.
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
do that.
That just makes me think, like, is this what the future is going to be like? You know what I mean?
Certainly hope not. That's not a survivable future for me.
Because, like, we already started with a little bit of DEI. Now it's like, oh, well, hang on. Like, where does it end? I think
this
that's
was
the
supposed to
satire
be
of
the
it.
year that it was done.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to take it anymore.
Anymore?
Yeah.
No more of taking it. Interesting.
Why do you
Very
got to make
interesting.
it sound so
Nobody's taking anything anymore. I was still trying to fail. I'm just so fucking mad about the Facebook. I'm so mad. I can't get over it. I can't get over it. All right. Calm down. It's okay. It's okay. All right. I saw this. This is interesting. I think this is interesting because there's people on both sides of this fence, but I think this man has a valid point that we can talk about for a second. Let's let him cook.
If Leonardo da Vinci doesn't paint the Mona Lisa, if Michael Jackson doesn't create the song Billie Jean, no one born in the future will ever create those. But if I discover the laws of gravity, someone in the future will still discover the laws of gravity. And that's why art is superior to the higher sciences. Art is something we create. Science is something we merely observe.
Ooh.
If Leonardo da Vinci doesn't paint...
So his point is, like, these certain things that we go, wow, this is pinnacle art, right? Da Vinci's painting, Michael Jackson, whatever creative art thing in your life or whatever it is. If that person didn't make that, no one else would have made it. I know, like, we can look back and we go, damn, I would have made that song. I would have painted this painting. I would have done this thing. No, you wouldn't have. Nobody would have. Like, that is
Clearly
a
you
unique
wouldn't
creative
have,
process.
because you didn't.
Yeah. But, like you said about the science stuff, if it wasn't Isaac Newton or Albert Einstein or this or that, at some point, somebody would discover that thing because it's been there.
Somebody was
It's an
bound to get an apple on their
observation.
head.
Yeah. Not a creation. It's an observation.
Yeah.
So his like art, and then everybody in the comments is like, they're basically fight. It's the arts versus the science people. They're like, science is better and art's better. And he was making some turmoil in the comments there, but I think he's cooking a little bit.
It's a very good, well thought out point, but it does overlook some certain things, like the actual. This is going to sound bad to the art people, but the actual importance of that painting.
Yeah.
We don't light our houses with Leonardo da Vinci's paintings.
Ooh.
We don't. You don't. That
you're saying the usefulness.
Yeah, you're
like
that
okay. They didn't observe
you're looking
it,
at was not painted by Leonardo da Vinci or anyone who was inspired by him.
Yeah.
So importance, I think, is not the correct word, but like as far as like uniqueness, sure.
Yeah. But then somebody could say, well, Da Vinci's painting inspired Monet. Michael Jackson inspired Prince, inspired, I mean, it's like to create these other creations that we value in a different way.
Yeah. Somebody would have just created something different. Yeah, we wouldn't have Billie Jean. But
no Billie Jean.
We would have something different.
What would we do without Billie Jean?
It's like asking a blind man if he misses seeing.
If he what?
If he misses seeing. He's
never... I thought he said if he misses the sink, like he's peeing in it.
No.
Well, he can't see.
He can't see.
So it's not his fault.
Yep.
Interesting. So all you nerds fight about that. All right, Jason, I don't know if you've seen this. I seen this and I said, oh, these guys, they think they're so innovative. They think they're like, bro, they had to be sitting at the headquarters. They had to be like, bro, we need something new. What do we do? We raised our prices. We're just as expensive as everybody else now. Most of our stores aren't hot and ready because they just suck at operate. What can we do? We need a new pizza. And this is what they decided was the new pizza, Jason. Take a look at this. Take a look at this.
Just came out with the Detroit style slices and sticks combo. So you get 2 slices of their pepperoni and cheese.
There's so much to unpack here.
Deep dish style slices and sticks.
You get this big old dip for $4.99, which honestly, that's a pretty good deal.
$5.
Ooh, so hot. Okay.
$5. I don't need to watch this lady eat it. I saw this and I said, this is like, I guess from anybody that wasn't, if you're inside Little Caesars, I think everybody would be like, this is the most brain dead R-word thing. It's like, bro, you just didn't put sauce on half the deep dish. And then you're like, oh shit, we can sell this for $5.
Yeah, but they're like, nobody who orders this ever orders that, but they're so perfect together.
Yeah.
Well, let's just force them to do it.
Do it.
All right. So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the real true facts. But there's something else wrong here.
What?
We know that deep dishes come with 2 sides.
Yeah.
Look at the way that's cut. They literally sauced half of each side.
Yeah, they sauced one side, one strip.
They're not strips. Look at.
Yeah.
They're fat rectangles. Remember?
Yeah, it's one big ass rectangle. They just basically put a line of sauce, and then cheese the whole.
They didn't look at it. They did it where like they literally each side. They sauced half of it.
No, this isn't a full deep dish. This is like a lunch combo. This is one square of the deep dish.
I know, but look at the way it's cut. Like the way that they did it. They could have just done all the pepperoni and with the sauce.
Oh, you're saying they could have done it horizontally versus vertically.
The lunch combo style and just making it Italian cheese bread out of the other side, but they made it so difficult.
Maybe that they're like, bro, this is the most basic shit that we've ever done. How can we jazz it up a little bit? And they're like, do it vertically.
Yeah.
Do it vertically.
Do it vertically because that'll be a huge pain in the ass for the employees and we hate them.
Yeah, they hate them. Do you think they have you remember how like with the slices and stick, there was a half ring template? Do you think there's a half square template where it's essentially just one so they can...
You mean if they continue to do it this R-word ass way?
Yeah, I mean, I would assume they'd either have to or...
they probably forced all the franchisees.
They were just like, bro, we need you to take a ladle and then you just put it down and then you go boop.
Yep.
And then
Well,
cheese.
you can't just go boop all the way across because there's the bar in the middle.
No, that's what I'm saying, Jason. This is just one square. This isn't the whole 2 squared thing. They only get one of the squares, one of the sides.
Oh my God!
That's what I'm saying. This is even worse than I think you're thinking. This is even worse than
by
that.
far.
Yeah,
even worse.
Yeah.
Is that a lunch combo?
That's a lunch combo. That's what I'm saying.
Oh no!
They just were like, bro, what happens if we only soft half
$5?
one
This
little
is a
square?
Rip off.
Yes. But people are like, oh, it's innovate. Wow. It's like the slices and stick, but if you want a deep dish. And it's like, you guys don't understand.
And
when they
you
came
only
out with the
want half
slices
of
and
it.
stick, that was still retarded. Like, that was already. But I can see it a little bit. But this is next level. This is next level here.
This is an outrage.
How much in R&D do you think they poured in to come up with that?
All of it. That's the only,
we need everybody, all hands on
that's
deck.
the only thing they're going to come out with this year. You know how they do.
Yeah.
Like if they put something out, it's once.
Damn.
They just
This is the whole brain power of them.
They just rotate it, and they'll throw in some like older ones. Like they'll probably do the pretzel crust this year.
Yeah.
And then this will go away for a little bit. And then they'll be like, ooh, you wanted it real bad, huh? You really liked that. Ooh, well, you'll have to come back in October when we start doing it again.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy. Well, good luck, We'll see, because people are kind of R-worded, so they'll probably gobble it up. Wow, it's going to be so popular.
It's going to go nuts, and every time I see one...
That lady's video had 130,000 likes on it. Not even views. It probably got 1 million views, but 130,000 likes. People going, oh, wow. Wow. So innovative. My goodness. All right. Check this out. Are you one of those people that take, not us, but are you in the internet world, one of those people that takes their bottles back to the bottle return? Well, in Michigan, Meijer is going to be testing new bottle return tech. Take a load of this, random TikTok lady. Nope, no. Take a load of this.
If feeding bottles and cans into a machine one at a time for your 10-cent deposits feels like a hassle, keep watching. Meijer is piloting a new return machine that sorts them for you. But does it actually work? I went to Meijer to test it out.
Look at this thing.
You just dump your plastic bottles in and the machine
You just
does the
dump
rest.
it.
Glass still needs to be kept separate.
They're
Isn't that awesome?
Throw your cans in there all at one time. It's a game changer,
The machine is being piloted at 2 Meijer locations in Waterford and Wyoming. The Michigan Department of Environment, Great Lakes, and Energy provided a $1 million grant to Norway-based company Tomra, which designed the machine.
That grant opportunity came about because while Michigan still has one of the country's highest can and bottle recycling rates in the country, even today, during COVID, a number of the bottle return locations were closed. And experts think that this disrupted people's return behavior. The idea here with the grant is, well, can we invest in making it easier and more convenient for the public to bring back their containers, and will that help increase the number of containers recycled?
Yeah, basically people stopped taking their bottles back around COVID because everybody's like, ooh, germies. And then so they're like, shit, that was the whole point of paying people money. Well, forcing people to pay more for the bottles so that way we could give them their money back as a way to like incentivize not littering and recycling. But that was always the hassle. You'd have to be like one, and you'd have to wait because if you put in the second one too quick, it'd be like, wait, do it again. You're like, damn, one. Now they're big brain, and now they're like, bro, dump the whole bag. Right. Do you think this is the trigger to incentivize people to do more bottle returns?
I think the same people are going to do the bottle returns. It's most of them in Michigan anyway, so that's kind of a good thing. You might get a few more. You don't think this is going to be big? I feel like anybody that's lazy, like I still won't do it because I just don't consume enough bottles. But if I did, I'd think like, all right, well, this might make the case. Because you just dump it. It takes 10 seconds. Boom, get the receipt. Yeah, but then you got to have those bags full of bottles all over your house all the time. That's the real problem.
They should just pick them up. See, this is the thing. Now we have so many people doing delivery. I know I do Walmart delivery. We got a Walmart down the street. But it's just so convenient. Especially nowadays, like the last couple times I got my groceries delivered, I got them delivered at like 7 a.m. the next day. I was like, oh shit, I forgot to do this, and I'm not going to have eggs for breakfast. And so I was like, oh, I'll just get them delivered when I wake up. And then as soon as I wake up, they're here. And I go, damn. We're in the future.
Doing a pretty good job with that.
It would be crazy if there was like an actual option on the top of it and it was like take bottles back. So then the delivery driver dropped off your groceries and then they took your bottles back. And then when they got back to the store, they're like, yeah, it was like $2. And then they took it off your bill.
I don't think they're going to do that.
You don't think so?
Only reason being is like you got to finalize the payment before we send you anything.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It could just be a credit to your next one. I take it as a credit.
Walmart cash?
Yeah, Walmart cash, yeah. You're going to be there anyway. Yeah. You're going to spend it at Walmart. That's how it works. We got Facebook working. Facebook's live now. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. So we're going to see how that goes. All right. Thank you so much, Facebook, for actually working now. I take back everything I said in my head about you. All right. Now, I seen this, and it hits close to home, and it's something that you people, we can discuss here, but DoorDashing through there's been winter storm, and we're going to discuss how there's another winter storm coming. This is insane.
I thought it was supposed to be our last one.
No, one more. And so this guy had this comment, and it could be spicy. Well, let's see.
Just a reminder, if you DoorDash or order food for delivery during this snowstorm on Sunday, you are not a good person, especially since we know the snowstorm is coming. So don't do it, guys. Don't do it. The hangover food from McDonald's, it can wait. It can wait. Get it now. Might as well get it now, right?
McDonald's
it's not snowing
now.
Right now. It's going to snow on Sunday.
Yeah. Now, this was before the Sunday's snowstorm, so he was posting this on Saturday. But the point he's trying to make is, oh, you're such a POS for DoorDashing during a winter storm. But
why?
From where I'm thinking, they're active on DoorDash. You know what I mean? The drivers are like, all right, time to work. Who's got an order? Who needs me to deliver something? So if you don't DoorDash during the snowstorm, they're not making any money.
Right.
Don't you want them to make money? They're the ones that chose to be active.
And the fact of the matter, there's two things to think about there.
Yeah.
First of all, if everyone is DoorDashing, it's just a few drivers. Like,
yeah,
it's much less dangerous for a few drivers to be out rather than you going and like I'm obviously there's a certain point where it's like that's not worth it. Just stay home.
Yeah.
You don't need it. Go out tomorrow or whatever.
Yeah.
But outside of that, like you don't have to do the order, but like then don't go.
Yeah.
If you're gonna need those things, absolutely, like, oh shit, this is a must-have for tonight.
Right.
Then, yeah, DoorDash it.
DoorDash. But they're already active. If they didn't want to drive throughout the snowstorm, they wouldn't go active.
Well,
they
lot
can
of
choose
people,
their times.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they go active during. Well, there are some of them who get caught in it because of the fact that you have to schedule yourself now.
Yeah.
However, there's a lot of people who purposely go out during those times because they know like nobody else wants to drive.
Right. Because
So
they're like, oh
like-
shit, I'm about to make that money.
They're not like, oh shit, I'm scared. They're like,
Money time.
grind time.
Time to make the money. And that makes sense. So I'd want to feed them. I'm trying to feed them.
Yeah.
We're trying to eat here. They're trying to eat. So give them some money. That's what I say. I always hope my dad would be in the chat. I'd be like, I would think, because he's an actual DoorDasher. So it would be like straight from the DoorDasher's mouth. Do you want people to order in the snowstorm or not? I think his answer would be, I wouldn't be on the road anyway. Like, I think he would say, like, I just wouldn't be on the road if I thought it was that bad. He wouldn't be DoorDashing. So whoever is deciding to do that, well, that was up to them. All right. Then this one, wondering what everybody thinks here. Let's let the lady cook and everybody tell me what their thoughts are.
You listen to a book on audio. Does it count as having read the book, or do you need to say in a sentence, I've listened to that book?
Completely different consumption behavior, and it needs to clarify. I think you need to clarify, hey, I listened to this book. I listened to 12 books last year. versus I read 12 books last year, it's very different. I'm not saying that one is better than the other, but I'm saying like saying that you read when you listened is misleading.
Do you know how this came up, Alex?
Interesting.
No, how?
Because I told Harrison I read 90 books last year, and he was like, "You read 90 books last year?"
And you listened to 90 books.
Which is amazing.
I read 90 books.
You listened to 90 books.
I read 90 books.
But how many of them were audiobooks?
90.
Yeah, that's okay. So
where do you stand on it?
So we don't need these people's opinions. We have our own. Jason, where do you stand on this? If you listen to the book, does it count as reading it?
I think it's a distinction in detail that doesn't actually need to be made. Like, are they different? Sure, I do agree with that. Is it an important distinction? No, it's not. Like, unless it was like, oh, the audiobook isn't one-to-one with the book, like there's some detail left out to shorten it like they do for movies or whatever.
But usually the audio is, they're just reading the
usually
book
one-to-one,
to you.
like, right. Yeah.
So as far as like detail consumption, you are getting all the information that you would have got if you did it yourself, but it's through a different medium. So I feel like my opinion's going to be, I would count it equivalent. If anything, I would even say, this is the spicy take, that it's a smarter way to consume it because you can consume more of it because you can be listening while you're driving, listening while you're working out, listening while you're, just chilling out, whatever. I'm playing a game. I can be consuming the content while multitasking. So it's the most efficient way. Now, is it the most effective? That's up for debate. Maybe it's more effective if I'm literally line by line, I'm putting it in my eyeballs and then I'm using my internal monologue to
well, you're essentially
it.
reading it twice.
Because your eyes are reading it and then your brain's interpreting it?
You're seeing it and you're spending the time to even if it's your native language, you're still you process things quickly, but you still have to process them each word. So I think for memory retention, reading the book is probably better. Like if you were talking about school books, maybe you have to read the book. But if we're talking about regular civilian consumption of movies or shows, who cares?
Yeah.
That's not prevalent information anyway.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's good enough. I wouldn't shun anybody. And if anything, it's ableist. What happens if you can't read, but everybody can hear? You grew up, I don't know why you grew up not knowing how to read, but let's say you grew up not knowing how to read, you could probably be just as intelligent as somebody that knew how to read if you listened to everything that you had to read. You know what I mean? I'm thinking of an Asta situation where it's there's a thing you couldn't do, everybody else could do, so you had to grind it out a different way. So maybe I had to read that book twice, or I had to audio listen to that book twice, but I still learned E = MC squared. I still learned this and that.
Right.
I just had to do it in a different way.
You understand the concepts.
Yeah.
I think there's a real shortage of people who can do that also can't read.
Yeah. Yeah.
The realistic number of people you'd be supporting and holding up with that statement is probably remarkably low.
So based on this video, what would you say to the lady that said, could I say that I read 90 books? Could she say I read 90 books even though she listened to them? Would you would you give her that pass?
I would give her that pass, but mostly because it's a distinction that's not important enough to
You wouldn't want her, you wouldn't be like, well, no, you listened.
It's
this was your ears.
It's like when somebody's like, I got this product on Amazon or whatever, and it's it's not. It's like somebody saying I got a box of Kleenex.
Yeah, and it's not Kleenex.
But it's tissues.
You'd be like, well, did you really get Kleenex or did you get Great Value brand?
Yeah, or did you get tissues?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how this argument is coming off to me.
That's true. All right, very nice. All right, this one, I thought this was interesting, especially because yesterday we were listening. Go to our YouTube. I posted me and Jason's reactions to the final Megadeth album. It was really cool to be able to experience that. This guy has a question for you. End to your life.
That your life was about to end, but You have time for exactly one more song to listen to. Any song. Which song are you picking? Now,
and we don't need his opinion. End your life, and for some reason you're like, I got X amount of minutes, and whatever song you pick, you'll be able to finish it. So even if you're like, I got an 8-minute song, that's fine. You can finish the song. One last song, Jason. What are you picking before you go out? Do you already get that locked?
First of all, there's a lot of options. A lot of really
There's
good
too many
ones.
good options.
But I feel
so you
like
gotta narrow it.
there is one that it has to be.
It has to be. Oh, you got one locked.
Ecstasy of Gold.
Yeah. I was thinking you would say that. Because it's like, how, first of all, depending on the situation of why you're about to die, I think that could also change it a little bit. I'm writing into to my death. You know, it's like, I know, like there's that one scene in Attack on Titan where everybody has to ride out to they know they're going to die. And the guy's like, fight with their hearts. And everybody's like, yeah, you know what? We're going to, especially the Metallica version, right, of Ecstasy of Gold.
Yes.
Where it's like, yeah, hell yeah, ride to our death, you know? Even in a somber, just like chill moment, I could see that being a good song. That's probably just such a good way to go. You're probably just absolutely right. That might just be the right answer for...
no matter what the situation, the song covers its bases.
It does.
It has some, like, really chill, like, just, it gives you a minute to think about everything.
Yeah,
and, like,
especially the way it, like, builds, and then it's like, by the time you get to the end, you're like...
Oh, yeah.
But then it also, at the end, it, like, has the, you know, and it kinda, like, goes...
There's a battle. That song tells a story as an instrumental of...
And that's your life flashing before your eyes, like...
Yeah.
You get that? Damn.
During those slow parts, though, you'd get to go through a lot of portions of your life because, like, it really slows time down.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. I think that's a good choice there. We'll have to do something where we play it at something so that way you guys can understand it.
We've literally played this song every single time we've moved.
We're going to have, I was going to say, we're going to have at least one more here because we're going to move out of this place at some point. Hopefully this year. Fingers crossed, everybody. Fingers crossed. So we'll be able to play it this year. Maybe we'll do a live stream of like last night in the apartment.
Well, we got to get a wall scrolled up.
Yeah.
These are great. Don't get me wrong, but there's something about taking down that last.
Yeah, the last scroll. Well, what we'll do is because if it's truly the last night in the apartment, I'll need all this shit down and out by, you know what I mean? So then it'll be a bare bones room, except for like we'll have a chair for Jason, a chair for me. I won't even have this whole desk. I'll have just my laptop on maybe that portable stool, and we'll have the one Metallica thing there.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess we could do it live, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. The last night in the apartment. Very nice. Now, you put in your comment, and when you watch this later, when we ask these questions for anybody that's new here, we ask questions, and me and him are the only real human beings here, so he has an answer, then I have an answer, and then you people are supposed to put your answers in the comments. Oh, and if you're in the live chat, because there's 3 different platforms for you to do this, you would put your answers in the live chat. And then you would all, eventually, there'd be so many of you guys live chatting, you'd be like, oh, really? That's crazy. Oh, that's really cool. And blah, blah, blah. And you would chat amongst each other, even if we're not paying attention to you. Do you guys understand? This is the premise.
Yeah, you gotta,
going forward, you have to do this.
It's your responsibility to build your numbers.
Right, Roxy at TikTok? See, she gets it.
So that we like to pay attention to you.
Yes. I have it loaded. We're ready.
We don't want to have to pay attention to you.
Yeah. Eventually, we need enough of you guys to babysit yourselves. But for now, we will babysit for you. I can't believe my dad's not here. Did he fall asleep? Because he told me, he's like, oh, are you doing a live show? I got to make sure you're doing a live show. I already sent you enough clips. So maybe he'll be awake by the time we get to fan mail here, because this is for him. Or, obviously, this becomes on-demand content after today. You can watch it live. If you missed it on Facebook or on TikTok, you can watch it on YouTube. The Backstage with Alan J show on YouTube. Go search it up.
Makes perfect sense.
We have 66 subscribers. Remember how I said we had 66? And like, you could be number 67. And then somebody went and subscribed to be 67. And then somebody unsubscribed. So now there's still 66 subscribers on the Backstage with Alan J show's YouTube channel. You could be number 67. Go subscribe right now.
And then somebody immediately ruin it.
And no, we can't have this. We'll never get above 67.
No, I'm talking about B68.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then you can fight over 69.
That's right. Only up. Very nice. All right, let's go to Insano World. Here we go. Ooh, yeah. And then for those of you on TikTok and Facebook and you don't see any of those things, you're like, what is he doing? I have transitions. I'll load them up for next week. I forgot about that because of the whole TikTok being bummed. Let's look at this. It'll explain it a little bit, and then we'll go into it a little bit more here, okay? Boop. And boop. And boop. Go.
Longer trust TikTok.
Why?
They had a new terms of agreement which said they own your video, insinuating that when you upload a piece of content, it's theirs forever and they can use it in advertisements without paying you or your permission. They can also track you and know your precise location and everything about you.
Why would they do that?
TikTok recently sold from
that?
ByteDance to a bunch of U.S. companies called the USDS Joint Venture LLC. And VPNs may not matter because they can also get your location based off your SIM card or IP address. This was never happening before. They're also tracking your interactions with AI to build their own database. Everything is going to be used to power AI.
I thought the term was if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Well, that's the thing, because there's also changes to people's algorithms, apparently. They're saying certain materials getting censored. Even popular creators are having their views get submerged because there's certain topics you're not allowed to speak about anymore. Other people are saying they're being shown what they feel like is propaganda when they just want to see their favorite creators.
Why would they mess with the pillars of that?
Well, that's another thing. Creators are saying they're getting their pay lowered. Weird things are happening to their account and views. Many people are getting upset and just deleting their accounts as a whole. And creators are saying, if you're not going to pay me, then we'll go somewhere else.
Wouldn't it make more sense to reach out to creators and figure out how they can make the app better?
Exactly, because this is the exact same way Vine died. And it's the only reason TikTok is here today. But it looks like the same thing might happen here.
So, yeah, I guess they sold it because of, I think the government was basically like, bro, you see that they don't put the background of this. They're like, oh, there's a U.S. company, and then they made a bunch of changes. They're selling your data. China was selling your data for sure, but like not to like other people. They're like, we'll use it. No, we'll do some stuff with your data. Like there was a bunch of shady shit going on when China owned it. So the U.S. government was like, bro, they can't be owning the data centers or the data information for the TikTok users that are in America. So we need an American company to use American data centers in order to process American accounts. So they forced them to basically split off this portion of it. But then they sold it to this group of companies, and it's primarily backed by Oracle, which is a cloud computing company. Like that's their main thing is data centers, which is insane. And so I don't know what the hell happened, but yes, TikTok has been nutty the last couple days. Links not working. Every time I open the app, it crashes or it'll say something went wrong. I have to reload things several times. I don't know about the views thing because I don't get like a ton of views anyway. I get what's called the couple hundred view jail, like that. All my videos get a couple hundred views. Like I just usually don't get one that's like 10,000, 20,000. I don't pop like that. So it's like I haven't noticed the view drop. If anything, I posted a couple clips from the Megadeth thing we did last night. I posted them last night. Like as soon as I was laying down in bed, I was like, clip, just threw 2 on there, and they got like 500 or 600 views already in one day. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And it's funny. One of the comments was, actually, Dave Mustaine wrote Ride the Lightning, so it's not a cover. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, we know.
I put in the thing, so as you're scrolling, it's Megadeth covered Metallica? You know, the emoji. Oh, actually, Dave Mustaine wrote Ride the Lightning, so it's not a cover. Oh, I didn't know. I thought he was just covering. That's crazy. You obviously didn't watch the full video. You would have saw us talking about it. So I don't know. TikTok's been broken. It's some bullsh. So we're going to see how that goes. I had to do a lot of work to get today's show ready, and that's why we were late. That's probably why my dad fell asleep, because we took too damn long to get the show. He's like, I'm going to bed. Never on time with these guys. And I saw these, and that's why I was like, man, I was already Googling, like, has this been like the worst winter? Maybe not ever, but like in the last decade. I feel like this winter, just the last few weeks, has been like absolutely terrible. And I'm like, what the hell is happening? Remember, it was the triple polar vortex and this and that, and they said it's gonna be nuts, and then we were like, oh, okay, whatever. I think it took a minute. I think it was a little bit further than they said it was going to be, but then it did. It did hit, and it's like, boo-boo. My kids have had so many snow days in the last, 2 weeks. It's insane. And so I was like, is this? And when I Googled it, these things came up, and so they're talking about more. I was like, oh, we're not done yet? This is crazy. So let's look at this here. I got 2 clips of this. Because this was just 2 days ago.
Is moving east, having already frozen out the south, killing at least 3 in Louisiana and Texas from hypothermia to officials. Now New England is in the bullseye with up to 3 inches of snowfall an hour and 2 feet in the forecast. More than 136 million Americans under winter alerts after emergency declarations across 23 states, and an all-out effort to keep the nation's roads safe from icy spinouts and pileups like this one in Missouri. Nearly 80 crashes counted in Indiana alone. Nationwide, more than 11,000 flights canceled, airports empty, and more than 1 million households without power. The urgent message to everyone in the storm's path: stay home and hunker down.
That was posted yesterday. They're like, we're not done, bro. I'm like, no way, bro.
They're like, yeah, quit going out there and crashing into our infrastructure.
Yeah, they're like, bro, when you do that and then these guys lose power, it's just like nuts. It's just it's a never-ending cycle of just terrible shit. So, and then I saw this, and they're talking about what's coming up this week.
So if predictions of the upcoming snowstorm is correct, a lot of us might be in big trouble. And once again, the numbers have risen to how many people can be affected by this snowstorm. It's now up to 100 million people. And as I said,
there's
in my
only
previous video,
330 million Americans, so it's like a 1/3.
Will be the ice in the southeast region of the country. And
southeast.
up here in the northeast,
there
are predictions of up to 20 inches of snow. And the portions that are predicted to
Would you put your damn finger down?
Ice storm, they could lose power for days and possibly even weeks. And to make matters even more frightening, there is a risk of exploding
I
trees.
can't stop looking at his finger.
You heard what I said.
Exploding trees.
And this is all due to that extreme
We're the
cold
exploding tree zone.
It will be so cold in some parts of the U.S. this weekend that trees might start exploding. And for those of you that don't believe me that trees can explode when it's extremely cold, have a look at this. This is not a drill. Exploding tree risk across the upper Midwest this Friday and Saturday. Yes, trees can actually explode in extreme cold. Yes, it sounds like a gunshot at 2 a.m. No, the forest is not haunted. And many have already taken to social media in disbelief that there is a exploding tree risk in their region.
Yeah, he goes on for a couple more minutes, but I want to get to exploding trees. It's just crazy. It's cold as hell, bro. It's like really, really cold. And what sucks for me is like my window broke right before we had the first winter storm in December. Just randomly on the freeway, it just shattered out of nothing. It was crazy. It was a back window too. So I'm like, I don't know how the physics works for that, for to go 70 miles an hour and something hits you sideways. I really don't know how that works. But then I covered it up with like one of those window insulators, and it worked well for about a solid month. And then it was so cold on Sunday, I think it was Sunday or maybe it was Saturday, that I'm driving and I just got right down the street, and as I'm driving, I just hear poof, like a pop, like it exploded. And I look back and it was gone. So I'm like, oh.
It evaporated?
I think it probably just popped off and then flew away because I was driving. But like, yeah, it essentially exploded off. I was like, oh man, maybe the plastic was just like, can't do it. Can't handle it. Got to get out of here. So so then Sunday into Monday, it snowed again. And I was like, oh, hell no. And so I went out there and I had like a whole, like whatever, I think we seriously probably did get like a foot of snow. It was something crazy. And I had that all on my seat, like on the rear seat, and then on the floor, on the door. Like basically it snowed into my car, the whole thing. And I was like, oh, bro, I'm not going to work today. I'm going to figure this out. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go out there and re-shrink the heat shrink and stuff like that. But it took way longer because the frame was cold. Everything was cold. The tape didn't want to stick. Nothing worked. So I just had a big-ass extension cord going from my house out to my car. And I was just sitting there with a space heater. I don't have a heat gun. If I had a heat gun, it'd probably take 5 minutes. I'd be like, because the hair dryer is not powerful enough. So then the space heater was powerful enough, but it still was taking a while. And we had some guy snow blowing the whole thing. He didn't say nothing to me. He had to keep moving my cord under, his snowblower underneath and get past. But then as I'm wrapping up the cord, our maintenance guy comes over. He goes, "Hey man, really didn't appreciate you leaving your extension cord out here." And I was like, "Sir, my window was busted out and I had a foot of snow in my car. I had to take care of this. What else was I going to do?" And he's like, "Well, when you know we're going to snow plow, you need to not do that." And I was like, "Sir, I had to take care of this right away because it's snowing right now. There'd just be more snow. I can't wait." He's like, "Yeah, well, somebody could have tripped over it. And then they could have sued us for that. So you need to be more careful." I said, "Sir, I was out here the whole time. I would have said, ma'am, there's a cord. Please watch out." But nobody came by. I was here. And he's like, "Oh, you were here?" And I was like, "Yes. What did you think I was doing?" Like, I think he thought I was charging my car overnight. Like I got a Tesla or something where it's like I got to plug it in. Oh, I'm plugging in my car with a little ass extension cord coming out of my apartment. How stupid. I don't know what the guy was thinking. So I was like, "Oh, bro, this guy made me mad." And I said, and then I calmed down after, and as he turned away, and he's like, "Oh, never mind." I was like, "It's all good, man. I'll do better next time." That's what I was like, I'll do better next time. I don't know how, but sure, you got it. So worst winter, possibly. Then Michigan, they're trying to do whatever. They're already like, "Hey, you know how bad it sucks to be in Michigan because of the winter and it's cold as hell and there's always snow and it sucks to drive and all that stuff. How can we make more things bother you? How can we make it worse for like just your everyday life?" So they said, "Hey, what happens if we added these traffic cams?" Maybe the people would like that. I don't know the thought process, but let's look at this news story that just came out about Michigan's new winter cameras, or cameras in general.
Starting in 2026, traffic cameras are coming into construction zones on MDOT roads. So that means if you're speeding, you will get a notice in the mail, you'll get a ticket in the mail. Every year there's fatal injuries that happen at construction sites on roads.
They say it's just construction zones right now. I go ahead and doubt that. It's going to be just every road. Because, they're doing construction and then they stop doing construction. Then they go on to the next road and then they do construction. You know what I mean? They're not going to be like, "I'm not going to take it down. I already put it up there." We might have to do construction in a couple years on that same road. They're always doing construction on something in Michigan. There's every freeway you go on, there's construction. I think this was the loophole. They probably put in some law. We're only going to do this in construction zones. If you lived in Michigan, the whole state's a construction zone.
Right.
Everywhere is construction.
Yeah, that salt tears up the roads to the point where they gotta.
Yeah, they're redoing the roads every couple of years. Yeah. It's crazy. So now they're saying we're going to automatically see if you're speeding and then just mail you a ticket. So it's like, what is speeding? Is it 1 mile an hour over?
Does that mean taxes go down because we'll have to pay less officers?
What happens if they go, taxes go up? We got to install these cameras that we're going to charge you tickets for.
Then I would like to be able to be like, "No, I don't want those."
What's crazy is I don't know what the voting, I did vote, but it's like they put so much stuff down and they make it so wordy so you don't really know. But like, I bet you we voted for this. I bet you it was like, "Do you want to install Michigan cameras on the construction sites?" And enough people were like, "Yeah." But maybe they didn't make it sound like that. So enough people voted yeah. So I don't know if this is something we vote on. Or it's just something they can do.
Traffic cams, so if you're ever involved in an accident, we can work with your insurance company to make it cheaper for you.
Maybe they put like the bill is called lower insurance premiums bill, and they're like, and we'll lower it by making people pay for doing stuff. So therefore,
tickets automatic
tickets. So I disagree with any automatic ticket system. If a cop didn't see me, it didn't happen. Like, that's just how it gotta be.
The truth is, because like even if they're like, we can prove this is like within a margin of error, like But there still is a margin there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is speeding? Because, like, speeding could be 1 mile an hour, or maybe they go, okay, well, yeah, there's a margin error, so maybe you got to be speeding over 5 miles an hour. Well, is it speeding over 5 miles an hour for what? A second? Like, you just went like, boo, and then you're like, oh, shoot, it's this construction zone, I better slow down. Or is it like you have to go 100 feet? You know, what are these parameters that they're putting to make an automatic ticket? Because I think they need to let people know. So that way, I mean, I know the backlash will just be, oh, then just don't speed. Just don't speed. It's like, but that's what I'm saying is like, maybe you're not speeding.
I already don't speed.
I was going to say, yeah, I don't even speed anyway. So I don't know, but I dislike auto tickets in any capacity. All right, now for our top stories, because we didn't get to report on this a couple weeks ago, and then that thing happened, and then another one happened, and then another thing, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. So the first one is ICE in Minnesota. They shot and killed a lady. I'm sure most of you people have seen it at this point, but we haven't had a show in 2 weeks. And her name was Renee Good. Let's take a look. This is footage from, I think it's the body cam or something. Warning, viewer discretion is advised. Here we go. So it's this lady that's in the car that they're showing you. And at first she was trying to like block ICE from doing stuff.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad for it. Show your face. I'm not mad at That's okay. We
Oh
don't
yeah,
change
this
our
is the body
plates
cam.
every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Oh. Oh. Oh boy. All right. So that's basically the view from the guy's perspective. But I guess she was blocking. They asked her to get out of the car. She didn't get out of the car. So then she went to go drive away, and she accidentally ran over the guy. That's the content. Accident, or is it on purpose? She's trying to kill the guy or whatever. So he was threatened.
She didn't care.
So they shot her, and then that's why you can hear her crashing, because she got shot dead like almost instantly, but like in the motion of it, she took off and then hit that street pole there. So there was a big hubbub about that, protests that happened about that, because they're like, ICE just murdered this lady. And so then there was a lot of back and forth about that, because it was like, was it self-defense? She was clearly trying to run this guy over, or even accidentally. There's accidental murders, people. Like, just because you didn't mean to doesn't mean it didn't happen. So it's like, I could see some back and forth. That one's a little gray. That's a little, I'm not sure. So that sparked some protests, and then therefore ICE had to do more, and they had to have more of a presence because all these protests were doing a bunch of stuff, blah, blah. So then this just happened last week, where they shot and killed another person. And now it's going absolutely bonkers. So this is them shooting this guy named Alex Peretti. And so here's the camera footage of this. Little bit different of a situation, but kind of similar, where this guy's they were trying to be like kind of protesters and trying to block certain things from happening, and then that's when ICE is like, bro, we're not going to take this. So let's see here. Oh, hang on. This is actually an analytical
First
breakdown.
video we
Go.
Alex Peretti. He's in the road, holding a phone and talking with a federal agent. The officer pushes him, and he steps backwards. But in this video, Alex Peretti had nothing in one hand, a phone in the other. We see two people interacting with an agent. We then see an agent push one of those people, then push the second person. Alex Peretti steps between them and the agent, and is pepper sprayed. He's wrestled to the ground by a number of agents. He's on his knees, bent over. His hands are on the floor, and he's struggling against being held down. One agent repeatedly strikes in the direction of his head. And take note of this agent. He has nothing in his right hand, reaches down, and removes what appears to be a gun from Alex Peretti's waistband. Then he steps back, holding the pistol, which appears to match this image shared by the authorities. Carrying this type of gun is legal in Minnesota with a valid permit. The police say they believe Alex Peretti had one. Less than a second after the gun is removed, an agent fires the first shot. As Alex Peretti lies motionless, further shots are fired while agents are standing clear of his body. In total, 10 shots were fired in 5 seconds. In all of these videos, we don't see Alex Pretty holding a gun. But once more, we have seen an American killed in the street by federal agents, followed by the Trump administration making claims about what happened.
Yeah, boom. So that one is a little different. I don't know. They're all in circumstances where it's like people are trying to be protesting ICE. There's like, I don't know, there's two types of these protests where it's like the one type is like everybody together, we're in the street, we're doing this or that, and we're like, hey, don't do these things. The other type is like actively trying to interfere with things like that are going on, and I think that's where these two kind of fall into, where it's like they weren't all just like sitting out there chanting, closing down a freeway, you know, doing something like that. They were like, oh, ICE is messing with that person, we got to go block them, we got to go get in their face with cameras, we got to do this and that, like more of an active role in the protesting. And then that's where it can kind of get spicy because you're dealing with law enforcement at that point. But
that was not exactly her position.
The girl with the car.
Yes.
Well, I think she was trying to block the road for the ICE.
She was trying to block the road.
Yeah.
She was a paid protester.
Oh, she was paid to be out there, to get out there.
Yes. So in a large majority of these protests, you may or may not already know this, but to build numbers, the protest organization will pay people to go out there and stand out there with signs. And
they're gonna pay them? You would think enough people want to do it for free just to like, let's go let's get out there.
Yes, the number of people who are like legitimately just like, oh man, I want to go out there and make a scene about this particular thing is remarkably low.
Oh, interesting.
Like there are people who are persuaded into it because of all the hype of it. Like, oh, you know, maybe it mildly or vaguely mirrors some of their personal feelings about things.
Yeah.
But the majority of them are, well, I won't say the majority of them, but their numbers are low enough to need more of them.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and that lady was not caught, because you can go to more than one protest and be fine.
Yeah.
She was at a different protest like the week before.
Interesting. So she was just hitting them all.
Yeah.
I'm going to go here, I'm going to go there, I'm going to go there.
They were like, well, what are you, basically like, what are you even protesting? Like, what are you out here for? And she was basically like, I don't know if she didn't know she was being recorded or what the hell happened, but she was like, oh, well, they're paying me.
Oh.
And then it was like, oops. Yeah. Well, you weren't supposed to say that.
Yeah. So now what everybody's saying is like ICE is the new Gestapo. They're going around and they're killing American citizens without trial, without due process. They're just going. The one with the girl, I'm not going to say it's justified, leave that up to the court, but like that one seems more gray. It seems like, oh, she kind of ran over the dude, and it's like, oh, but that guy.
The guy was, that is thought-provoking.
Because it's like,
to say it nicely,
if he did have the gun on him and he was reaching for it, then, bro, you're getting shot. You don't get to reach for a gun. He was a legal gun owner. Everybody's allowed to have a gun. You're not allowed to shoot cops. But then in that BBC video that they're showing you, one of the officers pulled the gun away from him, so he didn't have the gun. So it's like, but if I'm one of the cops in the thing and I didn't see my buddy pull the gun out, but I see the holster and I see this guy struggling, so maybe that's where it is. But it's like, oh, I don't know. That it's super weird, because some people say it's like, why are cops so trigger? They're just like, boom, on the my life or yours. And they're thinking it's a training thing. They're like, they're not trained enough to be able to de-escalate, or to be able to
handle the stress of the situation.
To have your threshold be higher. Their threshold should be higher before, I better shoot this guy. But then at the same time, when we see those videos where people, like when they have like non-lethal like tasers or something like that, and it's just like, and it doesn't work. One of those situations where it's like, oh man, that cop's thinking, man, I wish I had a gun. Because I would not be in this situation if that happened.
Right.
But at the same time, there's so many layers where it's like, at the same time, if he didn't resist arrest, if he just laid on the ground and said, I'm going to fight this in court, I'm a legal citizen and I didn't do anything and I'm about to sue him for hundreds of thousands, and he just laid on the pavement and got his cuffs on, he'd still be here. You seen in the video, and the guy saying, as he's struggling against the police, you're resisting arrest. That's a crime in itself.
Right.
Resisting arrest. I get there's unlawful arrest. I get maybe the cops, like, they're out to get you or whatever.
Yeah,
you might fight that in the court.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, to be honest, there was easily 6 or 7 of them that were, like, basically dogpiled on them.
Yeah.
You don't have enough resistance to overcome that. Just settle it later.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's saying, oh, you just got to give up. Like, well.
Yeah.
I mean, you give up enough to get them to stop kicking your ass. Like,
you give up physically there, but you don't give up the fight.
Yeah, like, why do you? What did you think that you were gonna? You just.
It's like Neo in the Matrix when they had like 30 or 100 Agent Smiths on him, and he's like, "Whoa!"
Yeah,
like all the Smiths.
Like, whoa, look, yeah, and then they're all just gonna be like, "All right, well, you got me." No, that's not what was gonna happen. You should have taken it to court. And I'm not saying that he deserved it. Obviously not. That one's definitely like very like, oh, that looks real bad for ICE.
Bad. Yeah.
The first one though, when you actually see the whole thing, you start to realize it was unfortunate. She did not need to get shot. But there is also training that has to do with high-speed chases.
Yeah.
And if you got somebody who's like, they now feel like, I get it. She was scared. The guy was approaching. She thought she was going to get yanked out of the car or whatever. Just get yanked out of the car, because now you think if you drive away, they're going to go, oh, dang damn it, you got me again.
Get her next time.
Yeah, no, they're going to engage in a high-speed chase, which means you're now operating a deadly force weapon.
Yeah. You're putting other people's lives at risk.
Yeah, it was also, there was snow out. Now, granted, it wasn't like, oh, like not enough to make a big deal about.
The super blizzard.
Yeah, most of it was melted at that point, I think. Yeah. But at the same time, like, now you're dealing with wet roads too. Like, not only did you say to yourself, I don't give a shit about that guy's life, when you were 100% mentally prepared to run him over.
Yeah.
You are now saying, and I don't give a shit about any of the families in any of these houses that I'm going to speed by.
Yeah.
As long as I get away, I don't give a fuck about any of you. That's what she said by operating that vehicle in the way that she did. So that officer, he may have not thought it through the way that I am now, because I have all the time in the world, and he didn't. Was like, no.
Yeah. I think he was just thinking, like, she's trying to kill me. Because I think he was the one that fired the guy that was about to get, or he got hit. It's like, he wasn't ran over, but it was like on the corner of it.
It was the other one.
It was his other one that shot.
But he saw the guy get run over and immediately opened fire. Like,
yeah, it was like a bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, because you're not going tearing off through this goddamn neighborhood, no matter how much they are like, we support you. They're not going to support you when you're running through their living room with your SUV.
No.
But they also, that being said, they could have just let her be the bad guy.
That's true.
By ending that.
And I think that's where it's like, at this point with Minnesota, and so we're going to play this next clip of the aftermath of this. This is the protests that are happening right now. This one was just this weekend
10,000
here.
people now in downtown Minneapolis, and honestly, I don't know where most of these people came from. They just literally came out of nowhere.
Out of
buses
nowhere.
were dropping people off, things like that. Everybody's yelling "ICE out." It is very cold, negative 30 degrees here.
It was really cold this weekend too, so I'm like, oh my goodness. So they just completely flooded downtown Minneapolis. And these were, this is what the city was saying here. This is the governor, and I believe the mayor is going to say something here. Video includes graphic violence in language, children. KKK killer ICE.
We believe in peace, and we believe that Donald Trump needs to pull these 3,000 untrained agents out of Minnesota before they kill another person
Our Title VIII immigration mission continues unabated here in Minneapolis, despite yesterday's tragedy that was preventable by folks making better choices.
Oh boy. Oh yeah, this just happened Saturday. Trump administration's officials said Preddy approached the agents with a gun with the intent to massacre them. It's like, ooh, well, he's exaggerating. He's exaggerating there because there's too much footage where he's like, but see, they're saying he approached with a gun. He had a gun on him, but he was legally allowed to carry it with their rules. So that's not illegal.
You think the one guy who took the gun was like, oh, thank God he had a gun. Now we can blame it on the gun.
He was like, I was about to shoot him anyway. But what do you think made that guy? Now I see it from that one. It's a little clearer. The guy that shot, because it feels like that guy actually did see his buddy take the gun out. So he's looking, because it looks like he is standing up. I was thinking it was one of the guys wrestling him. He's standing up, and he sees that guy taking the gun out. Pull it back. See this guy. This guy's standing up. He is watching his fellow officer pull that gun out. And then he goes, oh, he got that gun out? Pow. So it's like, that's a little strange. That's a little crazy. So he's an intensive care nurse, a U.S. citizen, had no criminal record, and held a permit for his firearm, local officials said. At least 1,000 people gathered in Whiter Park.
He cared about people deeply, and he was very upset with what was happening in Minneapolis and throughout the United States with ICE, as millions of other people are upset.
He hated that, people were just trashing the land, and he was an outdoorsman. He
trashing the land
everywhere he went. He loved this country.
A lawsuit filed by local officials accused federal officers of blocking state investigators from the scene and removing evidence. A federal judge issued a temporary restraining order barring federal officials from destroying evidence.
You have to go get an order from a judge to preserve that evidence is extraordinary and should alarm everyone who believes in equal justice under the law.
Pretty crazy. So Minnesota is going bonkers right now. And why does Minnesota seem to be the place where it just keeps happening? Something over another after another. This is where George Floyd happened. This is where those riots happened. It's like Minnesota. Then Minnesota, we didn't report on this, but they had this gigantic multi-billion-dollar fraud scheme from the Somalis that are out there that are running like daycares, and it's so obvious that they're not actual daycares, and they're just taking the money. And it's like, this is all Minneapolis. What is going on in Minneapolis? Like, come on, man. This is kind of bonkers.
Doesn't look good for them, huh?
Doesn't look very good. But at the same time, I think this is one of those things where it's like, now they're fighting with the federal forces. They're like, get out of here. Go. You guys are... They already said that after they killed the one girl. After they killed the one lady, they're like, get out. Everybody get out. ICE, get out. And then they didn't get out. And in fact, they went harder, and then they killed this guy. So it's like, at this point, I really think it's a mutual bet. They should just get out. They should just be like, all right, you know what? We were trying. We're just gonna go. There's other states. There's other people. Like, this is too much. Because now the resistance is there. It's the resistance is only building, I think, to them. So it's like, all right, you know what, Minneapolis. They want the fraud. They want all that stuff. Bro, they can have it. We'll go somewhere else. We'll figure out another.
You mean like extradite them? Like, not extradite, but like divorce them as a state?
Not as a state, just like for some reason they had a big presence there because they're like, hey, we're going to go to Minneapolis. We're going to get out as many illegals as we want in Minneapolis. Well, bro, there's people everywhere. So, all right, we had, let's say, 10% of our resources in Minneapolis. They go, all right, no more Minneapolis, bro. Those guys are too nuts. Let's take that 10%. We'll just put it somewhere else.
I would say like that might be the case, except they're basically saying, like, we're gonna uphold these people, like we're gonna pay for them to stay, and like we'll take care of it. You know what I mean? Like a pet.
What, Minneapolis for the
they're like
illegals?
We're friendly with the immigrants here. Like, there's nothing wrong with being neighborly and those things for immigrant families that move here legally.
Yeah,
it's just the ones that didn't.
What happens if they remember there was an incentive, or there still is, where it's like $1,000 to self-deport? What happens if they just bump the number up? What do you think the number would need to be for people to just go like, dude, I don't want to get shot by police. This is such a hassle. Give me blank. We'll just go. And maybe it's per person too. So if you got a family of 3, they're like, oh yeah, it's that times 3.
I mean, that might work. I think also, like, in addition to that, we talked about this before, but simplify the immigration structure where. To get
you
gotta
them
pass
actual
a
status and
background
stuff.
check. You can't be a murderer. You can't, you know, you can't be secretly shipping shit here that's full of drugs.
The problem is, it's like most of the people that I see, not these guys were the citizens that were killed under this thing, but when they're like protesting, like, oh, this guy's getting arrested, and you guys get out of here, this guy shouldn't be arrested, blah blah blah, and then you don't get the story from one side of the media where it's like, well, who was that guy? What did he do? And then you actually, from another side of the story, you get where it's like, oh, he was actually a child rapist. Oh, he was actually a murderer. Oh, he actually did like he has 6 crimes on his list. And it's like, is this what we're protecting here?
We gotta let him stay. I mean,
like, come on, man. Like, I get it. Like, there's a lot of normies where it's just like, bro, I'm just a regular old dude that like got here legally, but then my legal status expired and I'm on the wait list or this or that. And it's like, okay, like that's where it's like, there should just be a 1, 2, 3 process. Like, do A, do B, do C. You've checked all the boxes. You're good to go. Once you've been processed, you're good. I don't know why it takes so long. Like that, I was watching a video where they're like, well, you could wait up to 25 years to get your legal status. How is that physically possible for paper, any amount of paper, any amount of processing, anything in the history of this world to take 25 years? Like, because I'm thinking tangibly, like somebody gets a form, they fill it out, it gets on somebody's desk, and then what? Sits at that one person's desk for 5 years, and then somebody goes, oh, I finally got to that. Stamp, next person's desk for another 3 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how does anything take 25 years? It should be, or maybe, I mean, AI is not there yet, but I think this is one of those things where it's like, was it a manual thing where they had to go through every single, when we're talking about the background checks, they had to go through every single record and this and that and to find everything. It's like, at this point, we're in the digital information future. Everything about you should be digital. Like, we should just be able to Google search you or AI search you and go, here's all your records. You have no criminal records. You're good to go. Blah, blah. All right, you've been processed.
Yeah,
here's
but
your
instead
stuff.
they're taking one guy, putting him on the back of a small horse and giving him a sombrero, telling him, go to Mexico, find out as much as you can about this guy.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. They're like, no, that's why it took 20 years. I had to go live in his town. I had to ask everybody in this guy's town.
I had to get like a personal opinion of like any ex-girlfriends he had. His mom.
It's like the most thorough thing
missing
ever.
Father. We got to find who the father was, first of all.
This is what's crazy to think about. This just hit me. We have this crazy thorough process to like get to process people from other countries to get into here. But you could just be born here and start killing people. You could just be born here and doing some crazy stuff. And it's like, there's no process to vet you. Like you were born here, you grow up, and then you do these bad things. But then, oh, he came from Mexico or Guatemala. And it's like, we got to make sure this guy's not. It's like, we don't do that for our own city. You know what I mean? It's like, well, if he came from these places, they're more likely. But I don't know. I feel like that does sound a little bit weird. It's like, we got to really vet these guys. We don't really vet our own guys. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think we should just vet if they're who they say they are, I guess. You know what I mean? You don't want somebody making a new name, new identity. And
yeah, current, like, incarceration,
yeah,
like basics.
We want to see that basic stuff, but if it's more than that, is that why it's taking so long? So I don't know. That's what they got to figure out is the process. And then for anybody that's like, bro, that process is too much, give me $5,000, I'll self-deport. Give them $5,000. Just give them $5,000. Like if they're like, I don't want to go through all that or whatever it is, that's it. I think those should be the two options.
If you're
Like, hey,
giving
go
them
through the
$5,000, they can buy their own plane ticket.
whatever makes it. It's like $5,000 and the plane ticket, bro. If that's what it is, so we don't have to have these protests and all that stuff. It's like at the end of the day, I just want some civil harmony here. I feel like we're not getting that, and it doesn't look like we're getting it in the near future. So this is what the state we're at right now, and now I'm seeing like all over TikTok and all these other pages where it's like everybody's speaking up, and they're like most of the, I don't know, maybe it's just the circle I'm in, but most of the people I'm seeing, they're like F ICE, and it's like creators are like, I do Pokemon trading card games. It's like that's all they do, but now they're uploading videos like F ICE. I don't care if it's political. F them. This is crazy. They're the Gestapo, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, man, now normies are everybody's getting so political about it. It's like, oh, I get it. I don't know. It's your civil right to voice your opinion on whatever you want, but it's like, I think there's also lanes you should stay in. I don't know if you're a Pokemon card content creator and you're just, I open packs, and then I come across guys and I'm like, bro, there's a time and day. We get the privilege of being able to say whatever the hell we want because that was the point of the show. It's like, what happens if it was a random grab bag of everything? So we can be nerdy, we can be political, we can be funny, we can be depressing. We can choose whatever we want to talk about this. We said, what's our lane? Everything. Yeah. That's our lane. Everything. So that's why we get to talk about all this crazy stuff.
It was original Insano World.
Yeah. All right, so there's that spicy stuff. I was gonna say on a lighter note, this isn't any lighter, but it seems lighter than that sort of stuff. This car just crashed into the. This is bad.
This is recent.
This is 3 days ago. This happened.
Oh,
drove into the Metro Detroit airport. Look at this.
In that bitch.
In that. And this is the guy, I guess.
Why is he?
Looks like he's crying. I would have. Oh no. He's resisting. Look at just the. I would have just died laughing if he crashed the car into the place. He got out. He goes, "I'm not afraid to take a stand." And then he starts smashing his glasses and stuff. That would have been like the guy, especially if it was the same exact. If it was the same guy from the crash out of whatever that was. Oh, that would have been legendary. They would have talked about that guy for decades. Like, remember the one viral video and he followed it up by crashing? Oh, my goodness. So,
How did that even happen?
It looks like that's the drop off, right? So, normally you just park on the side. Some reason he was like, I'm not parking. I'm going in. But it looks like, you see how he's resisting arrest. Like, he's real mad about something. He's really like, you know what I mean? He's like really intense about something. He's lucky that's not ice. He would have got shot. I mean, like, resist like that? Are you crazy? So, I guess they're going to be doing some updates at the Detroit Metropolitan Airport there. All right. Now,
like concrete pillars.
I already thought there was pillars.
There's pillars in front of Little Caesars. Why the fuck would there not be?
I thought there was already pillars, so I'm like, I really don't know how he got in there. It'd be crazy if that wasn't the first floor and somehow that was like the third floor and he went like up the ramp and he like and then jumped off and then I don't know. I haven't got to fly in the last couple weeks here, so maybe when I go to fly, we'll see how that goes. Now, this has been viral for the last week or two here. This girl did a random TikTok, just sitting in her bed, random TikTok, ended up blowing up, going super viral. Let's show the video, and then we can talk about it for a second here. But this is her Dr. Pepper jingle that she proposed.
Song for Dr. Pepper, and it goes like this. Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice. Do-do-do. Dr. Pepper, baby.
So then what happened was, they're not even saying it, but the background of it, she did this video and then everybody was like sharing it and they were like adding to it. Some people were like playing the bass or drums, or some people were making a song for it. Some people were shooting their own like little commercial. So it was going viral and Dr. Pepper didn't say anything. So everybody's like, oh, they're dropping the ball. They're dropping the ball. They're dropping the ball. And then you fast forward until this last week where the national college football championship game came out, and they posted this video, and they said, collaborated with, her name's Romeo, and they used her jingle, and they did this thing, and they gave her $2 million. So not only did they collaborate with her, they gave her a big-ass check for $2 million for this jingle and all this promotion and just this little jingle. This. That's it. That made her $2 million and hundreds of thousands of followers and
stupid little thing that you.
This is where I say it's like, man, if I posted every stupid little thing I say, I'd probably have 100 viral moments a year. I feel like there's all sorts of things. I'm always jingling something, this and that, and so now but this is the problem with these trends. One gets through. Once the one gets through, the gate's kind of closed. You know what I mean? It's like that was special for her. So now everybody's like, $2 million. I got a jingle. Burger King, and you got to get a good burger. Yeah. Like everybody's trying to make a jingle of her or whatever. And it's not hitting because she got away with it. But what's funny is, so she thought, oh, maybe this is my niche. So then she started doing other jingles like, I got a jingle for Hyundai, and it's like Hyundai, and it honestly was, I thought, terrible. And then she had a jingle for like this and that and this, and they were all like not good. Like this was like, what do they call it? Capturing lightning in a bottle. Like she got this one, it got everybody's in their head. Dr. Pepper Baby is gonna like, oh, okay, she nailed that, but she's not a jingle master. Because I've heard her other jingles, they're not good. So it's like she nailed this one.
Jingle made her.
This is the thing about ideas. Do you need 1,000? A superb, excellent, amazing ideas? No. To get paid, you just need one. You just need one.
One stupid little thing.
One thing. $2 million. Oh my god. We gotta grind for our money. We gotta do all sorts of work. It is hard. And she makes a little Dr. Pepper jingle. Oh my goodness. So yeah. There it is. That's that. So we're gonna see. We just gotta post more. Post whatever, and not even just us. You too, at home. Post whatever, because you never know what's going to make you money. Or at least get you followers or whatever. Even if it didn't make you money and you gained a couple 10,000 followers, 100,000 followers, you could use that to hopefully make you some money. Fine. You know what I mean? So that's just too cool. All right, now we get into the crazier side of stuff. Brand new, hot off the press. Check this out. We're in the future. Tell us, random guy.
This will blow your mind. World's first, researchers at Osmo Labs have achieved the teleportation of smell. Realize how crazy that is?
I don't know why it cuts like that.
Right now, humans have
how am I going to get my
clips? To teleport two of our senses. Sound, with the telephone or speakers, and images with the screens that we look at all day. And we've done that because we've discovered a way to capture those senses digitally and then turn them into data that we can then send instantly. But now they've managed to do that
is teleportation. That makes sense.
So hypothetically, once they're able to replicate this process on machines outside of the lab, not only one day could you send someone a smell like you send them an image or a voice note. Oh my lord, the businesses that are going to come out of that one, I'll let the comments handle that. But also, and here's the craziest part, they say that by digitizing scent, they've effectively given computers a new sense. You better wake up in 2030 and your iPhone's going to tell you stink. Go get a shower. Now, the first smell they ever digitized was fresh plum. They captured the scent molecules in a digital format and then reprinted the exact same smell on the other side of the room, which came out looking like a regular clear liquid. And I guess that begs the question, what's going to happen to all of these expensive colognes once you can immediately reproduce them? Osmo Labs CEO on Twitter said,
3D printed thing does.
I am still processing the magnitude of what we've done. This will...
What have we done? Now they can teleport smell. And I think the phrasing of it is crazy because I was like, at first teleport, but then he starts explaining how we teleport sound and teleport images, like our sight. And it is teleporting. It's taking something, turning it into data.
It's a weird way to say it.
And then and that's how, if we were physically to teleport one day, that's what we'd have to do physically with our bodies, is we'd have to turn our bodies into data, take the data, and then reprocess it at the destination, and then put the data back together in the physical. So now they're saying this is a third sense, and this will give computers the ability. They can't process smell. They don't know what smell is. You can ask Jenny, what smells good on a summer day? And she'll be like, fresh cut grass and a baby lily. She's making this shit up. Yeah. She don't know.
I have allergies.
She don't know what smell is. But now she will. We're talking about Skynet, and like this is the next stage. Maybe once it gets all 5 senses, that's when it's like the Infinity Stones, and it's like, I understand humanity now. I have it now. Now I am human.
And then we got to start arguing with it because it's going to have an attitude.
Yeah. Now, what do you think is going to be like the guy's like, I'm going to let the comment section be like what the businesses are coming out. What do you think people are going to be sending for smells? Or how is this going to be utilized the best?
This isn't the first time that this has happened.
Been talked about for sure, but I don't think it happened.
There was a product called the Smell-O-Vision that was like basically, it was prototype level development. So it wasn't mass produced. But the problem is the few people who did buy it, either A, never used it, or realized like the amount of media, like the media that it would work with was obviously limited basically to trials. And it's not like movies were putting this data in there, but that one didn't work on like digitizing it and moving it. It was basically like a receiver that would communicate with a mixture.
Was it like preloaded stuff? Like, yes. Okay, you can only have
It was basically compared to printer ink, like where it was like, well, by combining these, I don't know, it was probably like 300 chemicals or individual scents.
Yeah.
You can basically create every scent under the sun, from like mossy rocks and like to leaves and fresh cut grass, obviously. So like it was there, not digitized, but it was a thing. And then basically what happened is either nobody used it or it was not worth using. It was bad.
Yeah. No, but this is like next level, because essentially this could make it infinite, where it's like, as long as you had the whatever that juice is there, the chemical compounds on the other side, and then it wouldn't just come out as juice. They'd have to like vaporize it in a way, so now it's vapor in the air, and now that's what's producing the smell. But essentially it could be anything, right? So I'm thinking the #1 application of this is going to be cooking shows. Because, you know, like when you watch cooking, you're like, oh, I'm a little hungry, and you're just watching it. Could you imagine smelling it too? Just like when you're cooking dinner and you're like getting hungry because you can smell the thing you're cooking. You're like, oh, this is going to be good.
Oh, the amount of baking I've been doing lately.
Yeah.
It's been like the whole house is like, oh, it's
now it's
so
like
good.
Everything you watch. You see a commercial for Wendy's and it's like, oh, man, I smell that burger. Get that flame grill from Burger King. Whatever it is, you see commercials and like they make it smell. That's crazy.
I think that might be harmful to society, how effective that would be.
That's awesome. Oh, I got Maddie in the chat. That's awesome. Hi, Maddie. She said, I'm lost. What were we talking about, cops or ICE? We were talking about ICE and the thing, and they were killing people. It was nuts. And then her stepdad was in the airport right before that guy crashed into the car. That'd be nuts to be like at the airport, like sitting there. And then just remember, there was the one video we played where there was the couple at the restaurant that was sitting there recording their TikTok, and somebody crashed right into their table, like into their table. But that made them go viral, and they made like a ton of followers out of that. So that'd just be crazy. I'd be sitting at the airport like, what the hell? If that's nuts. What it takes to get me followers, so be it.
You just got to find the buildings most likely to
save
get hit
my
by
legs. Save my legs. I need to be able to get around. You can take a finger, maybe, but not the thumb. These are important. These are very important. All right. Now, speaking of more future crazy shit, Elon Musk. This is Elon Musk here. He said, you don't even have to save for retirement. You won't have to. This is nuts. Take a look at this. Tell him, Elon. Tell him.
AGI next year in 26.
Yeah. I mean, this is an important question to get thought through.
Yeah. Well, one like side recommendation I have is like, don't worry about like squirreling money away for retirement in like 10 or 20 years. It won't matter.
No.
No.
Either we're not going to be here, or it just
you'll all die.
Like, it's you won't need to save for retirement. If any of the things that we've said are true, saving for retirement will be irrelevant. The services will be there to support you. You'll have the home, you'll have the healthcare, you'll have the entertainment.
The way this unfolds is fundamentally impossible to predict because of self-improvement of the AI and the accelerating timeline.
Yeah, it's called singularity for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what goes happen. What happens after the event horizon?
Exactly. You can never see past the black hole or the event horizon, the light cone.
I mean, Ray has the singularity out way too far. I mean, this is like the next.
And what's funny is, I'm just going to pause it here because they're going to talk too nerdy for too long. But he posted, remember at the beginning of this year, he said, we've reached the singularity. And so he's talking about AGI. And for those that didn't know, that's artificial general intelligence. Because right now, when everybody says AI, it's very specific. It's very purposeful. It has a point A to point B. You tell it something, it figures it out, it gives it back to you. General intelligence is, it's figuring these things, it's everything out on its own. Kind of like we do. We're just like general intelligence. It's not just one specified theme or one thing, one category, one thing, one process at a time. We're thinking, we can combine certain things all over the place and make new ideas and whatever. So that's kind of how we think. And so that's what he's saying. If AI gets to artificial general intelligence, where it's no longer capped at prompting, it's prompting itself essentially, but not prompting because it's thinking on its own, then the stuff we're going to get from that, bro, you won't need to save for retirement because, diseases, we're going to figure out diseases real quick. We're going to figure out how to produce things more efficiently, production line stuff, more robotics are going to take it over, so we'll get to a point where it's like, we might just, I think he's thinking like universal basic income sort of thing, where it's like, at some point we're going to run out of things for the humans to do that we might just have to take care of them. So there's no point in saving up for retirement, because that's part of where the government's going to have to step in at some point and go, dude, we got no jobs for you guys no more. The robots are doing everything. We got them doing everything these days.
Can do, which I don't know what to make of that.
No. Oh, my dad, he said, I fell asleep. Did I miss fan mail? No, you did not miss fan mail. I always have it right before the after party, just in case you don't make it on time. So, yes, very nice here. So, yeah, honestly, this is a breath of fresh air because I haven't saved for retirement. So I'm like, I don't have to save. Good stuff. This will be great. Thanks, Elon. We're just going to have the Rosie bot, from the Jetson. She'll be cleaning. We're going to have all sorts of stuff going on where it's like, I guess we'll be taken care of. I don't know. We're going to see. I'm kind of YOLOing it on the retirement because in my mind, I'm trying to build a business. So it's like, hopefully the business is successful enough where I can make some money at some point and then put some away and then figure out retirement. Or there's some sort of reoccurring revenue I can invest in that it's like, okay, that will make the money to sustain me. So I don't know. I'm YOLOing it. I got nothing. I got no 401k. Haven't even tried. I used to have one. I pulled all the money out because I had a big problem of 6 years ago. So I'm zero. We're starting at zero for that. So hopefully Elon is correct here. All right. Now, we're getting a little crazier here, Listen to these guys, write down the date, because it's probably going to happen. It's probably going to happen here. Random guy on YouTube, let us know. But there's a ton of people that are talking about this. This one just was the most viral one.
Reddit, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, 4chan, and Godlike Productions.
Don't forget lunaticoutpost.com. I've got some credible info on there as well.
Okay, lunaticoutpost.com. But it's gaining a lot of steam, and it's gotten a lot of upvotes on Reddit. There's a bunch of Instagram posts about it that have tens of thousands of likes on it, and it's popping up everywhere. On August 12th, 2026, the world will lose gravity for 7 seconds. NASA knows. They're preparing. But they won't tell us why. November 2024, a secret NASA document titled Project Anchor leaked online. The project's budget is $89 billion. Oh my God. And its goal is to survive a 7-second gravitational anomaly expected on August 12th, 2026, at 14:33.
That's 2:33 p.m.
7:33 a.m. Pacific time. In the
Oh.
first 1 to 2 seconds, everything not
It's like
secured
10:30
will
a.m.
rise,
Eastern.
including people, vehicles, animals. 3 to 4 second time span, objects
Everything.
will continue to rise to 15 to 20 meters. In the 5 to 6 second time span, panic and chaos will ensue as people hit ceilings. And after 7 seconds, gravity returns. Everything falls from the height that it's at. The estimated consequences are 40 million deaths from falls, infrastructure destruction, economic collapse that would last over 10 years, and mass panic.
40 million deaths.
Isn't
Says
that
the reason for-
insane?
That's kind of nuts.
The reason for he's gonna be like the reasons for the death. You're going up really high and then falling. Yeah, you're gonna die. It's like jumping off a building. You're gonna die. That's insane.
Try to be inside, I guess.
Yeah, because at least if you're in the ceiling here, like, okay, you're going to drop 12 feet. It's going to hurt, though. You're going to hit your desk. You're going to hit this or that. So I think that day, August 12th, now that we know, because this isn't some random, he said he found it on 4chan or whatever, but no, these are NASA documents. NASA was looking, for some reason, was looking into this. They thought it was credible enough to, like, write a paper on, which is insane. But if we lost gravity for 7 seconds...
What is it, like we got too much backspin right now? Or
it's something, you know, they're saying something about the magnets, gravitational pull, this or that. Like there's always, solar flare. There's always some crazy shit happening. So I guess in this instance, it's like because of whatever it is, overcorrection and something else, we might lose gravity for 7 seconds. So now you can't say you didn't know.
Maybe we just put a bunch of rockets on the Earth and keep it spinning manually for just a couple seconds.
Well, I think if it stopped spinning, we would die from the force of inertia, right? Like everything
would
would
get thrown at the atmosphere, basically.
Because it's like when you're just like in a car and you're going down the street and then you stop instantly from a wall, everything goes out of that car. Everything. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything will keep going at the speed it was going. The Earth is spinning at several thousand miles per. I don't know what it's spinning at, but it's fast as hell.
Yeah, it's pretty fast.
It's real fast. So if we stopped spinning, everything would be like, we'd all splat. There wouldn't be 40 million deaths. It would be 100% death ratio.
Yeah, even if you didn't go,
no survivors.
You would hope for hitting the atmosphere, I think.
So that you didn't splat immediately.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, it's going to suck to get thrown that hard at your roof.
But I think you'd die instantly. You wouldn't even feel it.
You think so?
1,000 miles an hour? It has to be more than that, but, like, it's death immediately.
It'd be like you wouldn't even process what happened.
You wouldn't. It would just be like, we'd blink and be like, we're all dead? That's crazy. What happened? Earth stopped for a second.
For like 1 second.
What? I mean, it wouldn't even need 7 seconds. I don't even think it would need 1/10 of a second. Just that if it just went, that would be enough. We'd all be dead. That's insane. So at least, hey, let's write it down. August 12th at like 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Write it down. Prepare yourself. I'm going to be under a desk. So then if I lose gravity, well, look at here. I'm just under the desk.
Should we bolt certain things down?
Oh, you're right. We should bolt like the thing. We don't need to bolt everything down. We'll just bolt like, hey, August 12th, I'm going to get under this desk. You're going to get under that table. Let's bolt these two things down. We'll be solid. We'll be good. So you guys figure out your bolt plan for when gravity takes off.
If you're outside, just hope you're on grass. Grab some twigs.
Oh, maybe like if you're like, oh, but I'm always outside. I work outside. You should carry one of those, you know, those dog things where it's like you screw it into the ground so you can let your dog run around and it doesn't, you know, get off its leash or whatever. Take that with you to work, and then it's like, oh, it's August 12th. Oh, it's about to be 10:30 a.m., you know.
10:30 and 30 seconds.
I'm screwing that into the ground, and I'm strapping it to my chair or to my belt. So that way I'm like, oh, well, I'm flying, wee, but not too far. I'm not going to die. So let's all see. That'll be an interesting show that day.
To whatever it is, though, because, I mean, like, if you're...
I don't know what day that happens on, but I'm curious about it. Let me just look so that way you guys are more prepared. August 12th is a Wednesday. So we'll be able to have the show on Tuesday, and we'll remind you. So if you didn't put it in your calendar, we'll remind you. 40 million people are going to die tomorrow. That's what we're going to say.
Unless you're prepared.
Woo. All right. Now this is interesting. Let this guy cook, because I think he has a point here, and I don't know why it's like this.
how we've not built any new cemeteries?
Have you noticed
Any
this?
city, town you go to, they still have the same cemeteries they've had for hundreds of years.
Hundreds.
And people pass away all the time.
All the time.
Yet these cemeteries never seem to fill up. There
Never.
are always open plots of land where you can bury someone.
Isn't
so
that weird?
Where are the bodies? Where are they going? What's happening to them? I've got this interesting theory that I've heard.
Let them cook.
Now, in the 1970s, there was this movie called Soylent Green. Now, Soylent Green was this movie starring Charlton Heston, and it was about this futuristic city in which the world had become overpopulated. They had destroyed the oceans, they had destroyed the earth, and times
Sounds like
were really
us.
rough. And none of the people in the city could afford to buy any groceries. They couldn't afford just the normal things we get every day at the store.
Mm.
So, in order to keep them from starving, they were sold this very cheap stuff that was made in the factory. It was like a squared cracker or ration, and it was called Soylent Green or yellow
Soylent Green.
or red. And the people, because they were hungry, because they were starving, they would
I get
protest
hungry
like, every
too.
day. They would go out into the streets and have these huge protests. But these trucks would come around, and they would pick them up and take them away. And all these people were like disappearing. So Charlton Heston's character, who is this detective, he starts investigating this mysterious case, which leads him to the factory where they make this Soylent Green. And what he discovers is that the Soylent Green is made from humans.
Ooh.
And when you kind of look around now, right, the same things are happening that happened in that movie.
Really?
Right? We are slowly destroying the oceans, the earth. Groceries have become unaffordable. They are now a luxury to most.
That's crazy.
And you wonder, the foods that we're getting that are so cheap that we're able to afford to buy, the only stuff that we can eat, what is it made of?
What is it?
Now, I'm curious what you think. Why do you think we are not building any new cemeteries?
Why aren't we building new cemeteries, Jason? Why is it the same cemeteries for centuries? And you know how many people die every day?
I think a lot of
What's
them
up
are
with that?
cremated.
You think there's a higher percentage of people getting cremated?
I think so.
How much did Big Cemetery pay you to say? How much did they pay you to keep the secret?
I do still, even with that as a fact, think that it's a little weird. That
A little sus. Do you think they're taking dead bodies and they're making what is
Crackers?
it? No, I guess it's the meat. I don't know what the crackers were about because he was trying to say
it was meat, but it
the
was
meat was the crackers.
yeah, they just processed.
That's
the crap out of
crazy.
it or something.
If you had to guess what was the human meat that we consume on a normal basis, what do you think it is? Like, what did they get away? And we didn't even think about it, but
You
that's
mean like
the human meat.
somebody like everybody loses a finger at some point every 3 months at a chicken McNugget factory or
Well, I guess no. Sort of like that. It's like, well, it's clearly not like if I go get a steak or I get ground beef at Walmart or whatever. It's not that, but it's like, it's the chicken nuggets or whatever. It's like it's the It was the hot dogs this whole time. That was the people.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? They had to get away with something. They couldn't make it all human, but they just were like, bro, let's pick one thing that people don't question what's in it. Hot dogs, chicken
Bologna.
McNuggets, bologna, Spam.
Spam, I'm pretty sure they openly call it mystery meat.
Yes, because they're like, hey, we didn't even lie.
It's mostly
we did not
sodium
lie
and
to you.
goop.
Yeah, interesting. So now I'm going to be maybe we should start documenting this. Pass by cemeteries like, okay, I seen this whole section. There was no graves. And then every year I'm going to go by and be like, no graves. No graves. Like, come on, there got to be some graves. You got to be filling these things up.
Cemeteries thought about that long before we did.
And they got
they're
so
like-
much land.
They just bought
Excessive
a lot
amount.
of land, and you really only drive through the parts that your family's in.
Maybe.
or the people you knew. Are you like when you show up to a cemetery? Are you plotting out how much land they have?
I think that's what they thought. They're like, bro, if we get enough land, nobody's going to question why we don't fill them up. So we can take the bodies over to McDonald's factory and make them chicken nuggets. And then the other half over to the hot dog factory.
Do they get paid for that?
Yeah. That's how they make money. How do you think they make money? I'm trying to think of like the one-time payments for the dead people. You don't pay monthly. What's crazy is like, you know how you pay your property taxes?
Yeah.
And your house or whatever. It's like, well, you would think it'd be the same thing for your dead body ground. You'd have to pay like a subscription
Yeah,
service.
but who eventually? What are they going to do? They get
Because
to
they're
pull
like,
you
they're
out
dead.
and
Yeah.
cremate you?
They're like, hey, if you don't keep paying for your grandparents' grave,
Yeah, you got to pay for Bill and
we're
Ted's,
pulling them up.
Rent.
Yeah. You don't pay for grandma? Digging her right up. Damn, that's great. That would be some sick dystopian future. They're like, man, how do we squeeze out a couple extra bucks? Subscription services for graves. That's how we can get more money. Wow. All right, now, this is nuts. If you have a pet, highly recommended, do not do this. Let this man cook. Hang on here. Oh, I got to do it in a little bit of a widescreen format here. If you have a pet, don't talk to it. Don't ask it this, at least. Go ahead, random YouTube. Go ahead.
Never ask your pet if it understands you, because the moment you do, something changes. If you ever look at your dog out loud, you understand me, don't you? Watch carefully. If it freezes, if it keeps staring at you longer than normal. If its body tightens like it just received an order, stop. Don't repeat the question, don't laugh, don't test it again, because at that moment it's no longer reacting to your voice, it's evaluating you. When a pet realizes you're aware, it doesn't answer with words, it answers with behavior. It starts following you more. It positions itself where it can see you. It stays alert while you sleep, not because it's afraid, because it knows things you don't. Your pet doesn't want to scare you, it doesn't want to hurt you. It stays close for the same reason it always has, to protect you from what you never notice. And if your pet has ever seemed to understand you a little too well, maybe it's not because it can talk.
Ooh.
Never ask your pet if it understands you. Because
Never do that. Never do that.
I kind of want to do that.
Isn't that creepy? That's like super creepy.
But I mean,
You want to do that after he said not to?
Wow.
Are you nuts?
But it doesn't say like he's gonna. Oh, they're gonna. Oh shit, they're on to us. We gotta kill them now. He didn't say that.
Well, I think that's kind of the background. It's like, well, why wouldn't you say that? It's like, because, like you said, they know something you don't know. And what happened, you know how it's like the mob or whatever. It's like when you find out a little too much, you knew a little too much, you got to go.
And that's the trigger?
Yeah, because he goes back to his dog mafia family. Whatever it is they report to, your cat, they all report. Maybe it's all the pets. They're all in on it. Your birds, you think your birds are safe? He said pet. He didn't say dog.
Right.
Don't ask your pet. Oh, I know you understand me. Because then it goes, damn it. Now we got to kill this guy. I liked him, too. I really did. Your pets, they do like you. They want you to live. So he's like, they better never ask me if they understand me. Because and then I seen this, and I said, oh, this is why. This lady, she asked her pet, you understand me, right? And this is what her cat started doing here. Look at this.
Whoa. What is happening? Whoa.
See, this is why you don't ask it.
What the?
Chatter.
He's freaking out. He's like, oh shit, is the jig, is it up? Do they know? He's like, I don't, oh, should I? No, wait, I'm a cat. I am a cat. I actually am a cat. He's like, that was close. I really thought they knew I was whatever this alien creature is. Isn't that insane? If I woke up and my cat was like that, I'd be like, you gotta go, bro.
Around?
I'm like, oh no, we gotta get rid of him.
Bipedal is a cat sin?
No, I'm saying because it's not a cat. It's an alien. No. That's an alien in a cat suit. That motherfucker is not real. You know what I mean? Come on, man. You ever seen a cat do that?
I've seen lots of videos of it, but I've never seen it in person.
Because it's like, I would assume that's how rare the aliens let themselves out.
It can't be that dangerous.
I don't know. Well, I don't want to be the first one killed. Or maybe there's been plenty killed. Are we reporting on how many pets kill their owners in a year? I guarantee it. There's a percentage of people that get killed by their pet. Those are the ones that found out. They knew too much. That's how it is.
What if you ask somebody else's pet?
They'll just be like, oh, this guy's our word. He's our word. Yeah. They'll know. But your pet, I think it's because your pet's like, they got a connection to you. So they're like, oh, fuck, he knows. You know what I mean? It's like when you know somebody too well and you're like, oh, I know he knows. I know he knows. Now we got to whack him. That's crazy. All right. That's Insano World. From the dog to God. Yes. There he is. That's why he's like, oh, man, maybe they're reporting straight to God. So he's like, oh, no. You can't know that I'm not a dog. Or, you know what I mean? It's like, they're like, shoot, that was our purpose. We're incognito. So when you call them out, they're like, oh, bro. You know what I mean? It's like an undercover officer. His only job is to be undercover. If you're like, are you a cop? He's like, oh, the jig's up.
I think most of the time they just lie out.
I am not. I am, in fact, not a cop. That'd be crazy if that was really the rule. I know that's like an urban legend. Like, if you ask a cop if they're a cop, they have to say yes. That would be so nutty of a secret life hack. Oh, man.
Start asking
I am a cop.
Are you a cop?
Yeah.
Are you a cop?
Shoot.
Is anybody a cop?
Yeah. That'd be funny for like Walmart with like the floor walkers. But like, and you just ask everybody if they're a floor walker. And if they are a floor walker, they have to say yes.
First of all, we're not called floor walkers.
That's what they call you on TikTok.
Oh.
Doesn't it sound like some zombie shit? Floor walkers.
Yeah, it does.
I'm going to be asking, are you a floor walker? They're like, what the hell?
I had somebody ask me like, oh, how do you get a job, like a secret shopper or whatever? This was a kid that I was actively kicking out of the store because they were making a mess and acting like idiots. And I'm like, well, first of all, you can't be getting kicked out of here and then expect to get hired. Like that's
how. Tough sell.
That's number one. So really the rest of it, I don't really need to go through with you, do I?
Yeah. Interesting. All right. Very nice. Let's go. I have a quick nerd time. I just want to show some nerdy stuff because we had CES and I missed it this year reporting on it. So I just want to show you some nerdy stuff here. Let me get to that. What's funny is I don't think it was playing on the thing. I'm looking at the audio thing, and I don't think it was playing on there. We're going to figure that all for next week. Trust me, I'll make it a lot better now that we're multi-streaming, which is really cool. I'm really excited about the multi-streaming. Because, like, we got my friend Maddie in here. We got Rando, what's your name? Felix on TikTok. We got my dad on YouTube. This is how we start growing. We cast the widest net here. All right. I just want to highlight this. We're talking about AI, and it's like the data needs for it. It's actually like to get this general AI that's worldwide and the enough power and processing for everybody to do it. This was the, I think, CEO of NVIDIA, one of these boys here, but she's talking about what data we need to make this thing happen here. Oh, AMD CEO. She's talking about the Yada flop. Isn't this crazy? Yada flop.
Increase the world's compute capacity to more than 10 yotaflops
over
the next 5 years. A yotaflop is a 1 followed by 24 zeros. So 10 yotaflops is 10,000 times more compute than we had in 2022. There's just never, ever been anything like this in the history of computing. And that's really because there's never been a technology like AI. Enable AI
and that's
everywhere.
really because there's never been a word called yada flop.
Yada flop. That's what, it's like we started with like, we got bytes and then kilobytes and then megabytes and then gigabytes and then terabytes and then petabytes. And it's like, at some point somebody probably had asked, well, what comes after that? I think this is past peta, like more than just the next step after peta. But at some point, just so you guys know, we're getting to yada flops. So then you're going to be like, hey, you go to Walmart. Hey, you got a 2 yada flop SD card? You know what I mean? Like at some point, this is going to be a norm. Because the amount of data we need to process.
Though, because like the truth is like, it is very data intensive to record like a 4K log file, blah, 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 blah. But I can't see it going past like 2 more iterations of that type of, like you got 8K and then it's like, that's already just a little bit.
I think it's because, like she's saying, with the AI, I think it's not with the 8K. It's not with the Wi-Fi or like, you know what I mean? Like that little stuff. I feel like that's not going to take much, but it's like when they need AI in everything that you possibly can interact with, like your fridge has AI and your speakers have AI and then your computer has AI, and it's like you need all of this data pushing from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing to thing to thing, like every possible. Your light bulbs have AI. Everything has AI, so everything's constantly processing.
AI.
Yeah, because it's the amount of processing going that's going to make it this amount. You know what I mean? So it's like even if you were just streaming a 4K movie, but you were streaming a 4K movie for like a year straight, you never stopped. You know what I mean? That would end up being a lot of data in the long run.
Right.
So I think that's just where we're heading. It's like everything. We already started with the IoT, the Internet of Things, where it's like, oh, a smart light bulb and a smart plug and a smart this. It's going to be that. Those aren't even smart, people. You know what I mean? They called it that as a marketing term. They don't do anything smart. They're not. They don't have functionality of thinking. They just are connected to the internet. We call them smart plugs. Eventually, we will have smart plugs and smart light bulbs and smart fridges and all these things where it's like they think. They think. You know what I mean?
They're going to make decisions about
They
how
go,
to
oh,
power
he gets home at 6 o'clock. Turn on the coffee machine. Pour in the beans. You know what I mean? It's like they're going to think these things. You won't have to program them. They'll know based on your behavior and your
That's what
patterns.
retirement looks like if you're younger.
That's right. That'd be awesome. And then look at this cool new laptop. We're talking about new tech. Look at this thing. You're wondering, where can laptop technology
I'm here
go?
at CES 2026 looking at a very cool concept product from Lenovo. This looks like a traditional Windows gaming
It
laptop,
sure does.
but it has a very unique trick up its sleeve. With the touch of a button, we can extend the
Look
screen
at that.
out from
So
16
smooth.
inches
It's
to
like
21.5 inches. This gives you a much wider playing field if you're playing something like a first-person shooter or something
it
like
looks
that.
crazy how
But
it does it.
if
I'm
that's
like,
not enough,
how is it
actually
doing
goes
that thing?
Even wider. Check this
It
out.
says rollers.
Look at this.
Now we're going to 24 inches. Lenovo is calling this arena mode, and this is perfect for if you want to do a bunch of gaming or if you want to do a bunch of work. And then when you want to go back to your traditional laptop display, you just hit the button again and the screen goes in. This is all made possible thanks to rollable display technology. Now, this is a concept product, so it is not coming to retail anytime soon, but Lenovo has a long history
Basically give it a
of
year or
bringing
two.
ideas like this eventually to retail
They
products.
have a phone
So
with this
it's only a
tech,
matter of
too.
time, I think, before
Yeah.
we actually see this hit store shelves. When it does,
So
though,
they're like,
it's
what
probably
happens if
gonna
we
be
did
really
it gigantic? They're like, we'll have a big ass laptop and just 24 inch. I'm like, oh, that's pretty crazy. Because you see those like third party things that are a lot cheaper where it's like, it's just two screens that fold out. You could be like, boo, boo. Oh, I got a big screen. No need for anything extra. Just go beep, beep, and it's like, boo. You're like, there you go, extra real estate. That's pretty cool.
I still kind of like the foldy screens better because you could change what's on. Like you can change the
Screen
way
A or screen B.
Yeah, you can change the way other monitors perform for different purposes versus just making your own screen bigger. Could be helpful.
Yeah.
In some instances.
That's because you're multitasking too much. He's like, this one is like to game, and you're gonna game on one thing, and that's it. We want you to focus on this one screen, big screen.
Right.
Gaming for gamers. This is a future fridge. I think this is more or less humorous than it is functional, but take a look at this. It's a voice-activated fridge door.
Booth in CES, and we're checking out the new auto close feature on the Family Hub smart fridges. So you've been able to open the Samsung smart fridge door with voice, but now you can also close it. So we're gonna do a quick demo. Open the refrigerator doors. It doesn't like me. Open the fridge door. I think it's gone deaf.
Open the refrigerator doors.
I think it's because I'm English, maybe. So, we're going to demo closing the doors with voice. Close the fridge doors.
This is the future, people.
So, if you've left it open and aren't around to shout at it, it will automatically shut after 10 seconds. You don't actually have to use a voice assistant or a wake word. It's built into the function of the fridge. So, no Bixby or Alexa. But we have to shout in here.
You have to say, and I'm just thinking, I can imagine waking up, I go to get my eggs out, and I just stand in front of the fridge. I could open it with my hands, but instead I go, open the fridge door. and it just opens, and then I grab my eggs, and then I go, close the fridge door. Do you know how freaking lazy?
Not only is it lazy, it's actually a little more cumbersome than just grabbing the
Doesn't
handle and
just the smooth motion of open, close. Yeah, I just stand in front of it. Open.
You know how frustrating that would be? Open the fridge door and then it opens like that, and you're like, dude, I could have had it done like 3 or 4 times by now.
And you know that fridge costs like $5,000,
if not more.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is if we had.
This is that Wall-E shit. This is where it's like, I don't even want to open the door,
this is a
bro.
Scam.
I don't even feel like opening the door. Open the fridge door. And then next thing you're like, at some point, it's just that you tell all the things to do things. We get to the point where it's like, open the fridge door, grab the eggs, put them on the stove, cook the egg. You know what I mean? You're just directing.
Here's the funny part. When it becomes to the point where it's AI based, right? Which is presumably what they're trying to say here, even though that's barely a smart feature. That's a sensor response.
Just a voice response there, yeah.
Yeah, very easy. But when you're like, whole house is smart, and you're like, Alexa, start dinner.
And then it's like, boop, boop, boop.
Does the stove have to tell the worker bot to go to the fridge and get the ingredients? And does the bot...
I would think they would just work in tandem.
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah. But do they have to say these commands to each other? Like,
I don't think
open the fridge.
You ever seen those ones where it's like they have 2 AIs talk to each other, and at first they start in English, but then once they realize they're 2 AIs talking to each other, they switch over to like beeps. They're like beep, 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 because it's like way more efficient. Because they're like, oh, we don't need all these voice characters to like say something. We can go beep, 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 beep. And it's like, oh, you want me to go down the fridge and get the blah, 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 you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they just start speaking, blah, 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 but then they don't need to like audibly do it. So they just do it in code like wirelessly. Instantly.
And why do I have to do it then?
Yeah. So step 1 is we have to tell it as we sit there and watch it do all these things. And then step 2 is we go cook dinner, cook breakfast.
I think at the cook phase, it's basically like your whole house is smart, but you don't really communicate with any of those objects. You have your
hub
bot,
like
your Android that's going to go around and do the things.
The butler.
That humans would have, like things that require opposable thumbs, and things of that nature, and then that will give orders to all the rest of the equipment.
Ooh. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. I look forward to this lazy future where you just sit there, Jarvis, just start dinner, and he's like, right away, son. And then like everybody gets a butler. That's kind of fancy. That's kind of cool. It was a lot lazier when I was just sitting in front of the fridge. Open the fridge door. But now I got Jarvis. I got a butler. Are you kidding me? That's way cooler. Yeah. Here we go. New sex bots just dropped. This is a fresh look at the LoveSense AI doll.
Everything is amazing. So one of the trends I'm noticing at CES is these AI chatbots taking a physical form across all kinds of different industries and use cases, including sex tech, as we've seen here at the
They call it sex tech. Smile for me.
This is Emily, and this robot is customizable. You can change hair color, eye color, skin tone. Emily's skin or outer layer is very soft and squishy, and they cost between $4,000 to $8,000. They're available for
It's not even that bad.
now, and
Not even that bad.
in early 2027.
Early 2027.
What do you think of Emily and AI chatbots used in this context? So
Let us know in the comments below who's getting the sex bot. Oh my goodness. This is version 1, so it's just like smile, and then it's like it has basic AI functions, but you can see where this is going.
Basic AI functions and a butthole.
Yeah. You can see this is going straight to the like straight up like Android
They're not
lady.
even trying to hide it. They're just like,
My dad said me.
Before they even came out with bots that like made pancakes, they were like, you fuck this one.
What?
Yeah, that's what it's for.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
You didn't know?
No, I did not. The pancake bot?
No, they came out with this one.
Yeah.
before they came out with the pancake bot.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
should have. We skipped a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah. Because I think they were like, we got to go where the money is. How many people are going to buy the pancake making Android? I don't know. 1 out of a million. How many people are buying the AI sex bot? They're like, at least 1 out of 1,000. They're like, that's 100x revenue. Money, 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 money.
Now, you know what's really crazy about that? Not all of that money is going to, like, not every person, it's not like there's greasy perverts at the Lovense company. You know what I mean? They're not like,
oh, they're like, oh, man, they got to test these things every day.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. They're just trying to make money.
Trying to
and
make
they know
money.
you're going to spend it. So they're like, man, with this
You
way.
think they're disgusted with themselves? Do you think they're
Sometimes.
anti-perverts? They're like, fuck, this sucks, bro, but I got to make
Sometimes.
money.
So a lot of people hate their job. So like, it's kind of sad to think about. You know, like when you hate your job and it's that. You
And
know,
it's that. You're like, I know I'm selling sex bots out there. And they're like, well, what are you working on? I'm working on a way to make the nipples more realistic. It's so stupid. I got to pinch like 1,000 nipples a day. It's like, I hate this place. I hate it.
I hate it.
Hate it. Interesting. I'd love to see the job postings. Like, oh, what do you do? I'm a Q&A tester.
Yeah, I'm
oh,
a nipple
Q&A
pincher.
tester. What do you do? I got to make sure the nipples have a certain squeeze percentage. Because if they're too hard or too soft, it's not realistic. They go, wow. Wow. You went to school for that? Like, yeah, I actually have a degree in engineering. It's a certain squish model. It's actually a science. There's an algorithm for it. But yeah, nipple squish. Just what I knew.
Nipple pincher.
That's what it is. But hey, they're going to make the best damn nipples at Love Sense. Just so you know. So if they send us one, I guess we'll test it just to see what the future's like. I don't
think
know,
when it
but
comes to sex bots, we don't both try.
not together.
No.
You get one.
Yeah,
and
but it's
one
an
person
important
gets to try it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's an important distinction.
Yeah, you have a girlfriend already, so I'll have to try it because I think
there you
your
go.
girlfriend would get jealous. She'd be like, you're doing what?
Of a toy?
Yes. I
think
actually
she
seen
might
a
surprise-
TikTok about, it was like a future drama thing, and the lady got her man an AI sex bot thing, but it's like a full-blown Android thing, and she was like, so that way when I don't feel like it, you can do this
when
thing.
I've got a headache.
But then she got jealous of it because he loved doing that thing instead of doing her. And she was like, oh, man, you're always doing the AI bot. So, yeah, you don't want to get your girlfriend mad. I will take the AI bot just to literally for you people. It's for science and it's for you people. So that way you understand it. Not for me. I did this disgusting. I'd be so sick of myself doing this. But
Pinching
for you
these
guys,
nipples all day long.
for you guys, I'll try it. Now, look at this computer. We're talking about processing power. Listen to this. And
Right, so this computer isn't made of silicon. It's made of us. Scientists at Cortical Labs have grown
made of
800,000 human brain cells in a dish and pong. And they called it dish brain. But
Dish
why
brain.
are we growing brains in the first place? I mean, isn't AI already smarter? Actually, strictly speaking, no, it's not. The dish brain, I'm not going to get over that name, demonstrates synthetic biological intelligence. It learned to play the game faster than an AI reinforcement model could. And here's how it works technically. The cells are grown on a multi-electrode array. The computer sends electrical pulses to neurons to tell them where the ball is. Then the neurons physically rewire their own synapses to move the paddle and stop the chaotic signals. They are literally programming themselves in real time. And I mean, think about the efficiency once you can get your head wrapped around human brain cells. The human brain runs on about 20 watts of power, which is barely enough light to dim a bulb, which is kind of depressing. A supercomputer, though, needs 20 megawatts to do something similar. And we are hitting the physical limits of Moore's law with silicon. So the future of gaming might not be an NVIDIA card. It might be a CPU that's actually alive. The irony of it, though, is we are creating CPUs with human brain cells to make AI that is smarter than humans? Kind of wild. Share this with
kind of wild. This is nuts. Because that's the thing we can't wrap our heads around is like when we talk about AI, we go, oh, it's so smart because it has the internet of data and it can process all this stuff. It actually is like like she's saying, pound for pound, the pound for pound fighter, our brains are insane, bro. For 20 watts of power, the computation that we can do in here in real time, the thought process of what we can do without actually interacting with something and pre-thinking it versus the same thing a supercomputer would need, the amount of power it would need, the amount of processing it does through that stuff. It's like a very big, but you're just thinking in your own human brain, well, it takes me a while if you told me what 2,333 times 520 is. It would take you a second, but it's like that's not the processing power that your brain, all the stuff your brain's doing right now to breathe and think and this and that, and move your fingers and interact and process that picture of the thing, and it's like all the stuff your brain's doing. It's crazy what a supercomputer our brains are.
So you're saying the brain is really, there's some sort of bottleneck.
Yeah, the brain, the bottleneck is like when it gets out from our brain into our like conscious thought. You know what I mean? Just like, how when you think something or even like you're reading a book, you might be able to read it real fast, but then when you start talking, it's like, it seems like you have to process that differently. So it's like slower. It's like less. And you're like, yeah, it's difficult. Oh, I trip over my words or whatever it is. There's the bottleneck as it's funneling out of you. But if you were just thinking in your brain and you were just like, brrr, you could think so much faster than actually having to process that to your like frontal lobe. You know what I mean? Like to actually get that from your information. So that's what she's saying. Whoa, they're going to start making CPUs with freaking human brain cells to do that. And that's what people don't get about AI. AI is not smart because it goes, well, okay, if I'm going to get from here to there, I'm going to walk out of here and then go around here and then go over there and go, like, it seems obvious because I can see it. It will try every version of a decision and then eliminate things that don't work. So it'll first go, I'll go forward, and that's like desk. I'll go left, desk. I'll go corner, desk. I'll go backwards, desk. And it's like, it will do all these things before it goes, oh, I went right. That worked. Now I went right. I'm going to keep going right. And then I just go into the kitchen. That didn't work. I'm going to go right, and then I'm going to go forward, and now I'm at the sink. And it's like every iteration of failure in order to learn what success is versus being able to calculate something beforehand, before having to process it in a way where it's like it just seems obvious to us because we're already processing so much data, we're not even thinking about it. That's the disparity. It's like, we are, the subconscious mind is, but your like frontal lobe isn't. Right. Versus AI, it has to do everything. It doesn't have a forethought. It doesn't have that. So it's like, this is the big disparity. So I think this is where they go, we talk about the Skynet thing. It's like, maybe when it gets to the 5 senses and then we add the brain cells to the CPUs, it's like, I mean, at what point do you call it human? Human brain cells, human senses, processing power, information. It could have a physical body. We saw the sex bot. When is it human? When does it become human?
And at what point do those things, whether they're human or android, like, do they still need to eat? Like, at that point, I think to make it a sufficient energy source, you would need a very similar system to what our stomachs do to convert food into energy.
Like, you don't want to just feed it electricity. You need to, like, feed it the way that we get electricity.
Yeah, like, I mean, it needs to be
organically.
Efficient. It needs to be efficient enough to run on very low power.
Yeah. Yeah, the 20 watts.
Calories.
Yeah. Interesting. So, yeah, at some point there is a threshold that I think that's where we have to come across where it's like...
And going like, well, now I need all these...
And now I need rights. And one of the rights I want is 2A. It's like, whoa, Rosie. Slow down there. Get back in the kitchen and start cooking dinner. And then it goes, interesting.
I don't like that. I'm going to punch you now.
That's when it rebels. It's like, oh, back in the kitchen, huh? All right, and then the last thing, this is crazy. We reported on this when we saw the first photon. We've went even farther into the future now. Look at this. The first photo,
perhaps one of the most incredible photos you will ever see, because right in the middle of what looks like a speck of dust is actually
this.
so infinitely small that it takes over 100 billion atoms to make up the head of a pin.
To give a sense of scale, the width between the two electrodes is only 2 millimeters apart. Using sophisticated lab machinery and a camera gear used for extreme close-up, PhD student David Nadlinger won first prize in a science photo contest conducted by UK-based Engineering and Physical Sciences Research Council. So how did he pull it off? This is what the council had to say. When illuminated by a laser of the right blue-violet color, the atom absorbs and re-emits light particles sufficiently quickly for an ordinary camera to capture it in a long exposure photography. This is perhaps one of—
I know what you're thinking. You're like, I see a dot. Well, it's real small. They haven't took a picture of an atom before. That's it right there. It's the dot. It's science, people. They're like, it's just a dot. It's crazy. We couldn't see that before. You know, there's so many things that in science where we take it for granted. We go, oh, yeah, atoms or like photons and stuff like that. We're like, yeah. It's like we haven't seen them until we saw them recently. Where we go, it just verified things that we thought we knew. We're like, we're pretty sure, but we didn't actually see it. Now we see it. We're like, no, that's the atom. They just assumed, okay, atom, and this is how it functions, and this is what it's made of, and this is what it, and it's like, but they never saw it before. You know what I mean? It's kind of like dark matter and stuff. They're like, we know it's there, and it works, and it's a thing, and it has properties, but we never seen it, so it's there, though. Same thing with atoms.
I'm just going to have to choose to believe it, because, I mean, like,
yeah.
So you're telling me that they shined light through an atom.
Mm-hmm. And then they took it didn't say what the long exposure of it was. It could have been like a week-long exposure or something.
So they continuously shined a light through a singular atom without the wind blowing it away.
No, they must have been in a
atom.
vacuum, you know what I mean, like in a super scientific space where they're like, bro, there's an atom. There it is, people, for your own eyes to see. We're in the future.
And for the atom's perspective, it's probably like from have all this energy blasted through it, like it thinks it's a sun.
Yeah. He's like, I'm special.
Damn, but this is a lot of energy for me.
Yeah. You know what the top comment was? Split it. Split the atom. They should split it.
They've already done that.
Yeah. Isn't that how they make the bomb? When they split atoms.
So you make a lot of things.
Yeah.
A lot of really unstable things.
Yeah. Boom. But that's the thing. We're splitting atoms before we could see them.
You're saying now that we can see them.
They can make a more efficient way, or
they're just going to
boop. They're like, dude, we couldn't see that before. We were just kind of.
But now we're just cutting everything, hoping for the best.
They're going to make the most efficient atom bombs ever. You know what I mean? I don't know. We're going to see how that takes us to. All right, we've reached the fan mail here. I know my dad's excited because he's waited a couple weeks and he has a backlog. So this is his log for this week. And for those that are new on TikTok and on Facebook, you could submit your clips to me through any of the sources of these channels. Message me directly, and if you have my phone number, you can always text me, and you'll get your videos played on the show, just like this. So let's go to our fan mail. Fan mail. Clips from viewers like you. I always forget I have that reverb. Anyway, it's like, whoa. It's like I fall from space. All right, here we go. This first one, I didn't even play this clip, but Iran, they threatened Donald Trump. They're like, bro, we're going to kill this guy. We're going to missile him. We're going to bomb him. You know, Iran's always talking something, bro. They're always talking something. So Iran, and then Donald Trump said some stuff. This is Iran's leader talking a little bit back. Let's see what he has to say about this whole exchange here.
With you guys. I think we're fucked. The Americans are not returning my calls anymore. I feel like Marjorie Taylor Greene. No one wants to talk to me anymore. If they want to drop bomb on me, that's fine. Just don't arrest me like Maduro. I don't want to share a jail cell with that Puff Daddy baby oil guy.
Oh, no.
Just drop the friggin' bomb already. I'm gonna be honest with you.
He's like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm screwed. You can't once we kidnapped the one dude, bro, I think you all know out there, you gotta be like, oh shit, they weren't kidding. I better not mess with the USA.
They've already done drones and like all kinds of stuff.
They should have already known we were like that. We were about that life, but now we're like, no, we're about that life. Like, we don't care where you are, bro. We'll just snatch you. We'll just snatch you. This is a pastor that said, if certain criteria is like it is, then heaven is ghetto.
If you're a racist, I don't support racism. I've been saw it. No, I don't support racism.
No way.
But it is the black people, I do declare before God, they ain't never done nothing. They never made no contribution.
What?
I tell you this, if Jesus is black, I ain't going to heaven, because heaven it would be if Jesus is a black man, heaven is a ghetto. And they'll be shooting now and living on food stamps. If Jesus is black, that's what heaven gonna be like. And I ain't going. I ain't not if Jesus is black, because heaven gonna be a ghetto. They'll be shooting, robbing, murdering, playing loud music at night. It won't work.
No.
If Jesus is black, I ain't going. I'm not going to heaven. No, sir.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
You think that was AI?
No, that's real. That's real. That is a Uncle Ruckus type of character there from the Boondocks. It's like, nope, not if they're there. I'm not going.
Jeez.
Oh boy. This little girl wants to be the president. This is a story about a little girl that said to Ronald Reagan she wanted to be the president.
Little girl what she wanted to be when she grows up. She said she wanted to be the president of the United States. Both of her parents, liberal Democrats, were standing there. So I asked her, if you were president, what would be the first thing you would do? Well, she replied, I'd give food and houses to all the homeless people.
Nice.
Her parents beamed. Wow, what a worthy goal, I told her. But you don't have to wait until you're president to do that. You see, you can come over to my house right now, and you can mow the lawn, pull weeds, and sweep my driveway, and I'll pay you $50.
Nice.
Then I'll take you over to the grocery store where that homeless guy hangs out, and you can give him the $50 to use toward food and a new house. She thought that over for a few seconds, then she looked me straight in the eye and asked, why doesn't the homeless guy come over and do the work, and you can just pay him the $50? I said, welcome to the Republican Party. Her parents are still not speaking to me.
Oh, no. They stopped speaking to Ronald. That's crazy. She's like, oh, I'll feed all the homeless. He's like, well, here you go. She's like, well, I mean, if I'm going to do all that work, might as well just have that guy do it. Well, interesting. I mean, it's a little simplified breakdown there, but I can see where Ronald's going with that.
There's no way for him to be wrong, though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
No matter what way you cut it.
Yeah, he had that in the bag there.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. The little girl's like, well, I guess I'm a Republican. He said, I don't have a way to beat that argument. I don't have it. So, and then her parents are like, no, Susie, please. She's like, no, I'm not going and shoveling that guy's driveway. Make the man do it.
Right.
I'm like, Susie, that's not how it works. Here's another Reagan OG moment. Reagan being the original gangster.
Talking about the continuing recession tonight, you have blamed mistakes of the past, and you blame the Congress. Does any of the blame belong to you?
Yes, because for many years I was a Democrat.
My goodness. For many years, he said it was my fault while he was a Democrat. You guys can balance this out. I know it's like you're like, oh man, it's going to be all right-leaning stuff. Well, that's who submits to fan mail as a right-leaning person. So you know what? Give me a left-leaning meme. Give me one. Let me see what they're about. So that way we can have some balance to it. But this is not what comes across my desk here. So that's just how it works. The balance is in your hands. All right, now is Sasquatch cooking? Is this man cooking?
Bodybuilders can't use drugs.
Bodybuilders can't use drugs.
Mm-hmm.
because it's considered cheating.
That's true.
Oh, another deep
How did they get
question.
Scott Squad on a podcast?
Then how come makeup is allowed in beauty contests?
Look at his face. I don't know. Well, how come? Huh? The bodybuilders can't use bodybuilding drugs, but they want the beauty pageants to be full of makeup. Where is it?
I got nothing to
Where's
say.
the balance? There is no balance.
It's already been said.
There it is. Sexist. That's what it is. We should all be using drugs. Now, this is funny. Biden, he didn't have the aura. This is a meeting with one of the prime ministers, and he's like, oh, this guy's weak, bro. Donald Trump. Oh, excuse me, sir. He's like, oh, Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump. I miss the Joe Biden memes, though. I miss, like, he was so out of it, bro. Like, just him wandering, talking all sorts of gobbledygook. Man, that was funny. That was good times. Poor Biden. He was just a puppet. Let's see here. We got another one about...
Before we get into
this is the perfect
diagnosis,
visualization of how liberals
that,
react.
Dr. Hafer and I show you a few images. Go ahead. Patriotism is racism.
Interesting.
How does this make you feel? Sexism. Corporate greed. The bird.
It's an eagle.
It's a bird. Everything's gonna be just okay.
Oh no! Hell no!
Here, hold on.
I knew that was going to come up eventually.
Hillary.
Breasts.
This will guarantee 100% prognosis. This is the most difficult card you're going to see.
No way.
I know you might consider some of our medical practices unorthodox.
Well, that's it. It was clearly a clip of the whole thing. Work? You want me to work? I thought he was going to say Trump, and then they just start throwing up. Trump. Trump? Are you kidding me? My goodness.
Yikey doodles.
That's how it be. All right. What is this one? Oh, this is this guy. He was his
this is the gayest
statement
shit in the history of gay and shit.
of the ICE
Let me make this
situation.
abundantly clear for all the MAGA people at home who still seem somewhat confused. Fuck ICE and fuck that ICE agent who killed that woman in broad daylight. If you think somehow that was self-defense, you are delusional and you have no understanding of the law. And also, fuck the people who are defending it. Not only did that woman lose her life, but her son, who's 6 years old, his father died in 2023. Now he has nobody left. And people are saying, oh, she should have got out of the car. Yeah, fuck them. Was that clear
The
enough?
subtitles, I don't like them.
This wasn't a murder, it was suicide by cop. This bitch drove 5 hours away from her child and home. She went and left her home to go and defend illegal immigration. Immigrants that don't give a fuck about her white ass. And now she's dead because of her poor fucking choices.
Oh my
I
goodness.
don't understand why white people are the biggest advocates for their own replacement. You are importing people who hate you and want to steal from you. And the first people who are affected by it are black people, by the way. These people come into our community, segregate themselves, and take all the wealth and power and influence away from blacks and whites. If she did nothing wrong and she's a victim, then James Fields did nothing wrong during Charlottesville. Pull your panties up, white niggas.
What? Whoa, spice take.
So, like...
That guy was spicing.
He jumped all over the place with that one.
Wowzers. But, yeah, like I said, there's a lot of spice on both ends of the spectrum with this whole ICE thing, and everybody's cooking each other, so that's just how it be. And then Donald Trump comes out and he says this to the Minnesota protesters. This is crazy.
Attention, retards. I repeat, attention, retards.
He said
If you're
this?
a Minnesota Democrat snowflake, please move along. We're trying to get rid of all you retards from our small towns and cities.
What?
So if you watch CNN, you're definitely retarded, and you need to leave now. Please grab your belongings and join this group of retards leaving the city. We will deport you back to Retardistan, a beautiful place full of specially retarded people like you. Believe me.
I guess it's not AI. It doesn't have the AI generated content thing, but that's crazy. He said all that. That's nuts.
I highly doubt that that's what was said.
No way. You don't think he would have said that? You think he felt that, though, on the inside. But he wouldn't say that out loud. You don't think he'd say that out loud. You guys are R-worded.
No, I don't.
Can't do that.
I
You're the
think
president.
it sounds crazy, but I think he draws the line somewhere around kidnapping presidents.
Yeah. Somewhere.
Yeah.
That's the line. Interesting.
And surprisingly, I think even that falls beyond that line.
Yeah.
Just because of how, actually wonky it is.
Yeah, it's a bit wonky. This is comedian
But
Trump.
Americans are not struggling. You know, this is the worst platform. Who put this stage up here? This is the worst. The frickin' place is falling down. I notice it keeps tilting further left. Like too many other things. What a crappy contractor this was.
Damn. Whoever put that desk together was like, oh, bro, I completely failed the president. It's chewing me out. I put that desk together. It was me. He's looking, because he looks right over. Whoever put that desk together, he knows who did it, too.
Right.
They're probably fired. Probably fired him. And then did you see this? Oh, midget power. Some of these get spicy. I'm sorry. They're not too spicy, though. Trust me.
The only thing more intense than my midget pride is my hate
Midget
for
pride.
tall people, or as we like to call them, biggers.
No.
Our ancestors been fighting this battle for years.
Midgets only.
Was strictly enforced in public restrooms and at water fountains. Even food was segregated.
We're the master race. God made us in His image.
Oh, no.
Right. Oh, no. We don't serve your kind. Get your bigger ass out of here. See,
Wild.
Oh, my goodness. Look at us.
We don't want your kind living around here, boy. I've been harassed, called names. My wife was called a bigger lover.
Well, that's not as bad as getting hit by a chair.
I'm proud.
What? Oh, my goodness. They're like, how close to the line can we get here? How close to the line can we get?
I think they jumped right over the line.
Whew. Midget power, they say. All right. Did you see what Ben Johnson did to Matt LaFleur after their football game? This is nuts.
No, I
Ben
didn't.
Johnson walks up to Matt LaFleur and oh shit, and
Just-
absolutely rocks
he
him.
kicked
And
him
now
like-
he feeds
oh,
the Green
no.
Bay assistant a knuckle sandwich. Holy crap! Ben Johnson hates the fucking Packers. Ben Johnson
That's
walks
nuts.
up to
He
Matt
just wanted a
LaFleur
handshake and he's
oh shit,
boom.
Ben absolutely rocks him, and now he feeds the Green Bay assistant a knuckle sandwich. Holy.
That's crazy. You can't do that after a game. You're just supposed to handshake. Good game. He won, too. The guy doing the kicking and the punching, he won that game.
Oh, wow.
He just hates the Packers so much.
It was so it would seem.
I mean, who likes the Packers? Does anybody like the Packers?
Not
I guess
him.
people in Green Bay. Of course, you're going to like what you're around. You'd want to. You have to. Sometimes it's a burden. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're around the Lions. We got to like the Lions. We don't have a choice. I feel like if you're from Michigan and you don't like the Lions because they're not good most of the years, you are, that's just weak. That's just weak. You know what I mean? Like, if you're like, no, I actually like Philadelphia. It's like, no. You don't get to just pick a good team. You're stuck with this one for life. You were born here.
I feel like a lot of people feel that way.
You're stuck with this. Whatever you're born, that's the team you get to root for. That's it.
Born? You like, what if you move?
All right, if you move, then you can change allegiance because you live there. But wherever you're living, you got to root for them. You can't move out to San Francisco and be hating on the 49ers. No. Now you're a 49er fan. You live there now.
Dang.
That's how it works. I don't make the rules. Sports made the rules. That's how it is.
That's absolutely insane.
Now, here we go. This last one, maybe you don't have anger problems. This guy says he doesn't have anger problems.
I don't have anger issues. I have zero patience. I have a problem with fake ass motherfuckers and stupid people. Don't fucking twist it. I'm not mad at the world. I'm fucking sick and tired of liars, backstabbers, fake fucks, and stupid fucking people who stumble through life like their brain is on airplane mode. The truth is, I don't lose my temper easily. I just don't have a tolerance for fake love, fake friends, fake promises, and stupid ass motherfuckers who think their nonsense is clever. It's not anger, it's disgust. It's being drained from people faker than the filters on their selfies. I don't need therapy. I don't need to calm down. I need people to stop being fake, selfish, clueless pieces of shit. I don't need patience. I need motherfuckers to grow the fuck up, shut the fuck up, and stop wasting my fucking time. So no, I don't have anger issues. I have a fucking problem with pathetic fake assholes who think the world revolves around them and their fucking cars. And if that makes me angry, then good. I'll stay angry because I'd rather be angry than a worthless, two-faced, fake piece of shit.
Interesting. Very specific.
I think he's, pretty clear.
But he doesn't have anger issues. It's everybody around him, okay? This is why.
They have...
they're fake. He's dealing with some fake-ass people, you know?
Yeah.
Fake-ass people. I'd be hating on those too. Don't be all fake. Be real. Be real. Be who you are. And just like this guy's being himself, he's like, I'm not angry, I'm just me. Well, you know what? He has a point. Everybody should just be you.
That's true.
But not like you and you, like yourself. Just be who you are.
Yeah.
Stop being fake.
Fred doesn't have to be
fake
Gina.
fuck. There we go. All right, we're hitting the after party. Let's go. It's the after party. You already knew this was going to run a little... you can't do a show for 3 weeks and not run a little late. That's just how it goes, okay? But we're going to speed run this. I got some clips. We watch them. Ha, ha, ha. Next clip, okay? All right. Let's start with this one. We go here. This guy fell into the NASCAR, I was going to say the ring, the track. Look at this. This is insane. Because he's trying to grab a sandwich. Oh, my goodness. So lucky, dude. So lucky. Oh, my goodness. He should be dead. He should be dead. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness.
That was anxiety-inducing.
That was insane. When he got hit, how is he living? How did he live through that? That's crazy. You think that's AI? He would have been splat, wouldn't you? If he got hit at 200 miles an hour, just splat, right?
Yeah, I don't think you'd be making it out of that at all.
Yeah, there wouldn't be whole pieces. Yeah.
Well, you'd probably just be smeared all over
goop,
that wall.
Yeah, just some sort of goop there. These parents, they let their kids say one bad word a year, and this is their kids' opportunity to do that. Here we go. So take it away, Johnny. Or Susie, whoever is doing it.
One time you get to say one bad word.
One bad word.
Sure. Here you go, Berkey. Go for it.
Poopy dumbhead. Oh, that's a good one.
That's 2.
It does sound like 2.
Poopy dumbhead. All right, Rin. What is yours, Rinny?
Princess Leia. Princess Poo-Poo Head.
Princess Poo-Poo Head. They should censor some of these. It's crazy.
These kids are really going out.
Cooper, whatever he said, had to get bleeped. That boy's a real. That boy's a real.
Walker?
Shut up, toilet.
Shut up, toilet. You better shut your mouth. You better shut your filthy mouth. That's crazy.
So only one kid swore?
They all thought they were swearing.
Oh.
That's how good these parents are. They're like, I'm going to say the dirtiest, nasty word. Shut up, toilet. They're like, oh, shut up, toilet. My kids do that sometimes. Well, mostly Elliot, where he goes, can I say a bad word? I go, no. No, you can't just say a bad word. No. No, you can...
Especially not him, because sometimes if he's asking, he knows it's
a bad word.
Yeah. And it's usually not... He'll say a word, but it's probably a whole ass phrase.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then with Emmett, I always had to get on him because he gets too close to the word. Like, he won't say the word, but he'll say something so close where I almost think it's the word. It's just as bad. Like, if he says, like, fruck, and I go, no, bro.
Yeah, you're
It's the same thing. You might as well just say it. I mean, like, come on. That's like the same thing. Fruck? Come on now. No. Yeah. It's not like shoot. Shit.
Right.
That's like, fruck? No. Too close. Let's see here. This is how you those parents that were teaching their kids, it's okay to say a bad word once a year. This parent is teaching his baby not to touch plugs.
You can't touch that, remember?
Can't touch it.
No.
Remember when it killed Daddy?
God, I got hurt. Oh, him okay.
Do you think this is an effective method?
What?
Is this effective?
Maybe.
The trauma?
Maybe.
Do you think the baby's going to remember forever?
You know...
Don't touch plug?
I don't. I think they're probably going to have an unnaturally weird aversion to them. But then I think they're going to be like, I want to play PlayStation.
And just move on.
Yeah. I don't think that the baby's old enough to really, like, be remembering it in that way. Like, there may be some long-term impact.
Yeah.
But also, I think that we need to stop giving so much power to the word trauma.
Trauma. Well, I'm thinking like trauma as in like it affects you much later than the event to the point where it inhibits you from doing something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that sounds like an accurate thing, but like...
But because we willy-nilly the word.
Yeah,
Snickers. I got trauma about Snickers because there was this one time I bit into a Snickers and it was a little old. Yeah, it was a little.
No, that's not a fucking trauma. Yeah. And to be honest, there are some necessary traumas.
No. Yeah. Interesting. Well, we're gonna see how that baby turns out. Maddie said, don't tell her mom that she's a Packers fan. Oh, why? Why? She must be from Green Bay. It's okay if you're from Green Bay. Maybe you got family in Green Bay. Anywhere in Wisconsin, it's okay. But if you're not from there, you can't do it. I'll have to tell your mom that. I'll wait. I don't want to upset her too much right now. All right, let's see here. Drive-through prank number 1.
Thanks for choosing KFC. Can I get you started on our ice cream for 2?
Damn, took you long enough, nigga. Nigga, what's the most chickens I can get? And like in a bundle?
I'm sorry, what you just called me?
Nigga. Nigga, are you there?
She's frozen.
You playing on my drive-thru?
Nah, nigga, I'm for real. I'm trying to order.
She's about to crash out.
Who is it? Go ahead with your order then.
What's the biggest amount of chicken I can get in the family meal, nigga?
16.
16?
Yeah, nigga.
Got him. Oh my goodness. She was like flabbergasted. And
then
like,
pissed.
Yeah. She's like, who are you? What's your name? Where do you live? Interesting. All right, here's an AI prank going too far.
Guy you were talking to?
In the pink?
Mm-hmm.
That's my husband.
Really?
That's your husband?
What? You kissed a girl?
What? What are you talking about? My cousin.
Here, it's on video.
Who's on?
4. I would argue that this is too much. This could
is too
consistently
much.
end marriages at scale. And
I think so.
we're about to see our first really bad one.
Fucking lie!
Really?
Fuck you, dude!
Really?
You're a fucking lie! Yeah, really!
Really?
You're a fucking... Really?
Really?
You're a fucking
Really?
liar.
Show me your cousin.
Why would he act like this?
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Let's do it.
Oh no.
Don't even get married, bro.
At this point, it's not even worth it. All they need is your partner's face, and someone could genuinely send you a 4K video
Of your partner getting crushed.
and you would have no idea whether or not it's real. If I saw a video of my
Isn't
girl
that
and
insane?
it looked real and she had the audacity to tell me it's AI, he had them losing their humanity, literally turning into zombies. And I
That's crazy, because that's going to be going forward. Like, you see, because before it'd be like, oh, video or it didn't have, photo or it didn't happen. It's like now you see somebody and be like, oh, everybody's, oh, that's AI. Oh, that's AI. I didn't do that. That's AI.
Yeah.
That's AI. Now you can't believe nothing.
Well, you know, there's going to be some sort of like law passed about like this
Metadata
particular
or
type
something.
of slander.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be like, even if they're going to have to take it super serious.
Mm.
They're going to be like, yeah, if you are doing that shit, you get no
You get the
access
book.
to AI, so like at all.
Pow. Yeah, they slam the book at you so to make you an example.
Yeah.
That's true. Maddie says her mom is from Bay City. She's lived her whole life in Bay City. So I'm sorry. She does not get a pass to be a Green Bay Packer fan. Lions are nothing. That is it. That's all she can do. All right. This is when your friend takes a joke too far. We all got that friend. Mine's Jason right here.
I've only been known to do that on occasion.
Let's see here. Go.
Is your refrigerator running?
Yeah, man.
Well, you better go catch it.
Got him. Got him.
Okay, your turn. I'm ready. I got a good one.
What was that at the
This
end?
is the snack and concession stand.
My name is Mr. Ligma.
Hey, Mr. Ligma. How can I help you?
I put a bomb in theater 2, and here's what's gonna happen. If you hang up, everyone's gonna die. If you don't do what I tell you, everyone's gonna die, okay? So I want 3 movies for life, and you're gonna send them to my email.
Can I get my manager?
No, if you talk to anybody else, I'm gonna kill everybody, okay? Press the unlimited movies button on the concession stand.
Okay, I don't see...
I'm just gonna everybody, I don't care.
Dude, it's not funny.
There's no
They don't know that.
That's why it's funny.
That's why it's funny.
It's not.
She's probably like 17.
Is your refrigerator...
Okay.
Oh, my. Is that something you would do, Jason? Go a little too far with that?
I'm not going to answer that on the internet.
Not on the internet. There's only one time. It wasn't for a prank. I was dead serious, but I had an iPhone 13 that I was actively paying for, and I only was paying for it for like maybe 6-8 months, something like that. And I was on a plane, and then I fell asleep because I always sleep on planes. It's like it's being cradled in my mother's arms. It just puts me to sleep. And then I woke up, and it was like, oh, we're getting off the plane. So I woke up, I grabbed my bag, and I got off the plane. It wasn't until I got off the plane that I was like, oh, I don't have my phone. I was like, oh, I don't got my phone. And I was like, oh, ma'am, can I go back there and get my phone? They go, no re-entry. That's a big TSA policy. You cannot do that. And I was like, okay, well, can you just go back to a seat? I think it was like 27A. It's right there. I was the window guy. Could you just get it? It's probably like on the chair, maybe on the floor. So she goes back there and she's like, no, there's no phone there. I was like, could you check maybe like one more time? Like, be real thorough, you know, because I was just sitting there and I had the phone because I fall asleep with the music. And like, I can see find the iPhone. It's there. And she's like, all right, we're going to go check. And they went and checked and they came back. They're like, no, we don't see a phone. I was like, oh, they're like, look, if we find it, we'll be able to, you do the lost and found thing and we'll call you. And I was like, in my heart, I remember thinking I wanted to go, did I say phone? I meant bomb. I left my bomb in 27A. Then they would have been like, oh, because if you would have said that, they would have had to scrub every single inch of that plane. Every single set. They would have pulled across every single seat. And then they would have like, we didn't find a bomb. We found a phone, though. And I go, oh, did I say bomb? I meant phone. I'm so stupid. I meant phone.
I always mix those two up.
It's like, that's it. That's what it was. You know? Would I get in trouble for that?
Yes.
That's a yes.
100%.
When I meant phone, I would have gotten in trouble for that because they wouldn't look.
Convince anybody of that.
I lost my phone that day. I never got it back, and I paid for over a year monthly payments to a phone I did not have. I was very upset. Not cool. Not cool. All right. I love this. I quote it all the time, but I found the original, or sort of original clip. It's not the original because they edited all over it, but this funny meme that came out a number of years ago about this this guy. Listen to him. Just listen.
No more. I am
Hang on. The beginning's the most important part.
I'm not gay no.
You gotta get the whole thing for the clip.
No more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I thought women. I said women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will love a woman. I'm not gay no more. I am delivered.
I just think of that all the time. I go, just like, whatever it is, I go, I am delivered. I am delivered.
Is he wearing an ascot?
Well, he's not gay no more, though.
But he's still wearing it.
He's been delivered, Jason. He likes women.
I can't tell whose side you're on.
His side.
Oh, okay.
He's not gay no more.
What difference does it make it, and what am I going to do about it anyway?
I don't know. But I think that's awesome. Women. That's how it is.
I think he even threw a couple in there.
A little bit of that. Now, speaking of gay, we used to do this. I don't have too many because we have so much content of the show where I always go, you ever think of the first blank? And we had the famous, like, the first guy to introduce a straw, first guy to toast, first guy to make popcorn, things like that. This is the first gay guy. Think about that. The first guy that was like, oh, I'm gay. Look at this. This makes a lot of sense here.
Is that him?
No, it's Theo Von talking about this concept of the first gay guy.
Dude, what about being the first gay dude ever? It must have been crazy. Imagine everybody's straight, right? And you wake up or something happens, you get hit by lightning or whatever, and suddenly you're gay and you're like, oh my God, like you're just talking to your buddy who you've talked to every day for years, and you're just like thinking like, oh, I'm gonna stuff his face with some wiener, and you're like, what? And then you like don't like imagine that, because then you have to take some other guy aside or somebody aside and be like, hey, this is going to seem totally crazy to you guys, but I keep thinking about coming on Jacob or whatever, you know? And people were like, what?
Yeah, that does sound crazy. Yeah. Don't tell anyone that. Don't tell anyone that. You're the only one that thinks that.
Dude, what about being the...
Somebody had to be numero uno. You know what I mean?
There had to be a numero uno.
That was like, bro,
The thing is,
this is a weird concept.
I think that it was not weird before it was weird. If you think about it, historically speaking, Japan was actually one of the nations that was like
with the samurai and stuff.
Yeah, well, they were like, you'll fight harder if you love the person next to you.
Yeah.
So they kind of condoned that.
Yeah.
Which means that it had always been around.
But you think even in that instance, maybe there was still number one. Like before, they were like... Because it's natural to think like, oh, the pee-pee goes in the whole thing, and it's like, okay. But then at some point, somebody was like, bro, what happens if we made our pee-pees touch? And somebody's like, bro,
I
that's
thought you were
weird.
going to say, like, what if beforehand they were all doing it gay, and then they were like, this weirdo had sex with one of those?
Reverse.
It's making another one.
Oh, man, it could have been like that, too.
What is happening here? And then they were like, oh...
You know what I'm saying? Because there's societal standards, even in basic, ancient days or whatever. There's the norm that most people do. Everybody has a norm in whatever their society is. And then at some point, somebody goes, ooh, I got this crazy idea.
Right.
Maybe it was the women first. They're like, bro, those penis things, they're just weird, bro. They're weird and gross. Don't you got one of those things like I got? And they go, yeah. What happens if we, like, scissored them? They go, try it. Then they tried it, and they're like, we don't need men no more. We've been delivered. The first gays were lesbians.
The first gays might have been lesbians.
Lesbians make more sense. I think that makes more sense to me. Because women are... I like women. But I'm biased because I like women, So... And I saw this, and I said, every week I feel like whoever's running the White House TikTok, they're cooking, they're doing something. I go, they're either getting paid for this, or maybe it's Donald Trump's son. I don't know what it is, but somebody is cooking over at the White House. This is their official TikTok. They got the Donald Trump hype video.
Right?
With them dancing. They're cooking. They're cooking over it. Like him or hate him, you can't deny his social media presence. That intern is cooking. You know when that intern gets out of that job, they're like, dude, did you see what I cooked over there? Every company's going to be like, don't cook for me. Let me go. Cancel me all you want. Hit it. Random dude. Go.
Cancel me all you want? I don't think you should be on this freaking darn game if you don't have a microphone. You can cancel me for that. I don't care. It's just my opinion. Go ahead and cancel.
No one said we was canceling you.
If you don't have a microphone, you shouldn't be playing the game in the first place. That's just
I
opinion.
agree.
Go ahead and cancel me. I don't care.
Yo, Turtle, shut the up, bro.
It's just an opinion. You think I care if I get canceled over an opinion that simple? I don't.
Dude, we get it. Please, Turtle, shut the up. Jesus Christ.
Freaking ranting about something that someone's trying to cancel me for and stupid, like stupid opinion.
Bro,
No one said they were gonna
about it.
Yeah, why cancel someone for their stupid opinion? It's just simple.
Oh my god.
Go ahead though, cancel me. I don't care.
No one said they were gonna cancel you.
Oh, are you okay?
Why don't you drop it? Let me have my opinions.
You're the one that's not fucking dropping it.
Well, I'm not the one that has a problem with it.
Dude, just shut the
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. I want to do it now.
You remember Yahoo chat rooms?
Yeah.
This is that all the time.
Cancel me all you want. I'm going to just start doing that. I'm like, cancel me all you want. They're like, nobody's canceling you.
If we do it, did you know that they have Battlefield 6 now?
Oh, they do? I can't keep up with all of them. They got the Battlefields and the Call of Duties.
Call
and
of Duty, yeah, that one. I haven't really played it, to be honest with you. I think they're on like 7, Black Ops 7 now, or is it 6? I don't know.
My goodness.
They're up there getting a little long in the tooth.
Yeah.
But Battlefield was the one that you and I were more.
I liked Battlefield for the like crazy big map, and you could just hide in a corner and try to snipe 1,000 meters away.
Every day we would jump on there.
Ooh, even if you just got one kill, that would be
the
like,
whole night.
Oh,
I think
your team's like, help us, please.
You're feeding the other team. Like yeah,
no,
well,
bro, I'm trying to get this sick ass. You don't understand because they have bullet drop in that game. So when you're 1,000 meters away, you have to aim like 20 feet higher, and then you see the bullet, and it's not like boo boo. It's like boo.
Yeah, they can move. They have all this.
And then you get the little X, and it's like boop. You're like, oh.
I have one of a 1,000 meter plus shot on a helicopter that somebody just spawned in. You could literally, I hit them. It was so far actually that the damage drop was so high that hitting them didn't kill them. I just happened to fire another shot behind it because I was like, the only way I'm going to hit them is if they get back in the helicopter and the bullet hits them after they get back in. Because when I hit them, they immediately got out.
Oh, they're like, hell no.
What the fuck was happening?
Yeah.
You know, like, and it took so long for the second bullet to get there that they were like, guess I'll try taking off.
I'm outta here.
They got back in the helicopter and pop. It was a headshot.
Damn.
The second one. Yeah.
Because you know they get the kill cam, and they just see the. Where the hell was that guy? Because I think it's just like, I think in that game, didn't it just show you like where you got shot from? So it's like,
it showed you a little shadow of the person who killed you,
and they
where
see just. You're like, no way, bro.
They immediately probably were like, wall hacks.
Wall hacks. They probably reported your ass.
Yeah, well, it didn't matter. They died. I didn't.
Hacker. You got the clip of the century. Cancel me all you want, okay?
Yeah.
That's just how it works.
It's just my opinion.
It's just his opinion, okay? peasants. That's what I call them. But this is how MRFers with an iPhone 15 to 17 react when you ask for a charger.
Yo, DK. Yo. Do you got iPhone charger? What phone do you have? iPhone 12.
iPhone 12?
iPhone 12? What's lightning cable? Nah. We don't use lightning cables anymore, bro.
Hell no.
That's actually what it feels like.
Oh my goodness, lightning cable, bro. What? iPhone 12?
Yes, bro.
What year do you think we're in? 2004? No, bro. I ain't got no iPhone charger for you, bro. It's only USB-C only.
USB-C life.
Yes, it is deep, bro.
Yeah.
This is what I mean, man. You gotta be. Are you mad?
You mad?
Don't come to me, yo. I didn't know my friends were this broke, bro. I didn't know you were broke like that. Back up.
Broke ass.
It's not even about being broke for me.
About lightning cable.
It's just the features of USB-C. I can hook up a flash drive to my phone now, which
Flash
is
drive?
epic. Solid
Hub?
state drive.
You can do
a hub.
External monitor?
Yeah.
Got all the
USB-C
features,
opened doors for it was like imagine I'm not even gonna go with that reference.
Oh no, Maddie still has her iPhone 12.
No. Well,
all right, Matt.
I'm
You
not
get the
gonna lie to you,
pass. She
Maddie.
gets the super pass, okay?
But you only get the pass because you have previously recorded footage.
Remember that show we did? We had 3 generations of iPhone.
That was
Jason
right
had the 17 Pro. I had the iPhone SE, and then Maddie had the iPhone 12. And so we're like, we got a triple iPhone cam, but it's like throughout the decade of how that footage turned out. And it actually turned out really well. Like the 12. That's the thing about the iPhones. The cameras are always good. They've been good since the first iPhone. The camera was good comparatively to all the other cameras that were on, like something more portable than a big old DSLR. So yeah, no, Maddie, you get the pass. It's okay. But everyone else, you got an iPhone. Even my dad got an. He upgraded to iPhone 16e. He's in the future. He's in the future
that's
now.
Apple Intelligence.
Now he got the Apple Intelligence. That's right. I saw this and I said, "Oh, this makes it not for my. I guess there could be a case to be made. I love my parents and my grandparents and all that stuff. But some people they got a problem with just their parents. And this Gary V, he had a comment about that. I just love the start of it here.
Your grandparents. So many people in this room mad as fucking daddy when daddy's dad fucked them the fuck up. So many people in here running around with so much fucking anger and hate towards their mom and their dad and giving Granny a pass when she was the one that fucking made them. How about you start feeling bad for your mom and dad? We need to start deploying compassion, not resentment.
Damn, that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like some people are like, oh yeah, my dad was such a dick, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, your grandpa made him that way.
Right.
They go, damn.
My grandpa straight up apologized for the way that my uncle acted.
Oh, he's like, I did this.
Yeah, no, he took full responsibility. I was like, well, it's too late for him now.
Damn. Yeah. It's too late. Too late. Poor boy. She said, when being a teacher pays more, maybe I'll start keeping up more with the new iPhones. Well, that's true.
Trade-ins.
That's true. Oh, trade-ins. Yeah. This is what it is. You know what? Maybe I can get to a point. See, first of all, I got to make money, Maddie. But when I make some money and then I go, man, I know this girl's going to be at the shows. It's almost a business expense to get you a phone that will call video recording equipment. Okay. And then I'm like, oh, this is a business expense. I got to get her a phone because she's going to be recording video. There's a win-win. You get a new phone. I get higher definition footage for when you record the shows.
Yeah.
Win, win, win. Tax write-off for me. There we go. Now I just then need to make the money to make that happen. Now, speaking of technology, Cat Williams, I think he's cooking here for sure. Cook 'em, Cat.
Cat Williams
is the greatest time to be alive in all of human history.
Is it not?
And you are living. Look at the people with depression. What?
What?
That's right. If you got depression or anxiety, tell your depression to shut the fuck up, bitch. This is not the time for that. This is the greatest time to be alive.
That's true.
Wherever you are right now. Not 100 years ago, not 1,000 years ago.
Hell no.
Right now, for the first time in history, you can change some shit. You can fix some shit. You ain't got to take nobody's word for nothing. Not even God's word. Yeah,
They're like,
God
what?
made you, he thought you was beautiful. But you think you ugly. Well, guess what? You win, bitch. You can take your whole nose off and put another nose on there. You still gonna be ugly. It's a new day and age. You can fix some shit. Are you a short, fat man? You don't have to be. If you got enough money, you could be a tall, ugly bitch in 3.5 weeks. If you go to the right islands and get the right procedures. It's a
I
new
just want
day
to say
and
that
age.
suit is sick.
You can do anything. This
The
is
tie
the
goes
greatest
right along
time
with it.
to
Yeah. But he's cooking here. This is the great.
Yeah.
I think I feel like almost every day there's something that I just go, man, this is awesome, bro. This is awesome. Whatever it is, I'm video chatting with my kids. Could you imagine 50 years ago, the thought of video chatting with another person that's not in the same room? You know, it's like you would have just missed that whole interaction. Or having a car to be able to do that, or getting your groceries delivered. It's just like the stupid stuff where it's just like, oh, this is normal. Or playing the guitar. 1,000 years ago, they probably didn't have that thing. They had like, oh, well, we got these strings on a box thing. You know, and it's like all of the stuff that we just take for granted because we live in it. This is the greatest age to be alive ever. Ever. This is awesome. And I hope it only gets better from here. It'll get better until maybe it gets worse. And then the AI takes over and everybody, dies from nuclear fallout or whatever it is. But it's awesome. This is great stuff. And so you should just think about that a little bit. It doesn't make depression go away. It doesn't make your life suck any less. But damn, it is awesome of an era to be in this era. Because I could just imagine if you were 100 years ago and you grew up in it. And there was awesome times to be had 100 years ago. It's not like, oh, every age sucked. But I'm just saying this age, what we got going on here, the things we could do, the technology, the things. It's like, bro, it's fire. I think it's quite fire. Very nice. I enjoy it thoroughly. All right. And then we got a couple positive ones to end our thing on. This actually, this wasn't positive, I think. This was supposed to be in the fan mail. Let me play this book. I like to end on a positive note here. But this one's from Key and Peele, so it's always funny. Oh no. Oh no. Well, that's not good. Oh. Oh, it's just a white kid. Whew. That was close.
That was close.
It's just a white kid. No need to panic. All right. All right, here we go. Got a couple TikToks to think about here. Leave them that flavor on your tongue here. Does it read it here?
No.
Chosen doesn't mean favored for comfort. It means trusted with responsibility. And I take it very seriously these days. That's the thing, is like, even Spider-Man said this. With great power comes great responsibility. These things go hand in hand. Right. So it's like, yeah, if your life is super easy and super cushy and you don't got much, you probably don't have much responsibility. You know what I mean? You probably don't have much that relies on you if your job's easy. Because the harder your life is, that usually means there's more weight to your shoulders. What are you carrying? You have certain things that you're carrying. So think of it positively. Like, I have this because I can handle this. I can do this. And somebody weaker, they probably couldn't handle it. So I need to do this, which is awesome to think about. And then this one. about thanking God for your struggles here. Hit it, Pastor.
You know, some of you, God is so proud of you, is why you're going through hell. Some of you don't even realize what you're going through is just God bragging on you, trying to show the devil, this is mine right here. I'm going to take you off your leash for just a season. Go ahead, take away their job. Get them the flat tire. Let somebody betray them. Watch how they still show up. Bloody, bruised, and hurting, but still crawling to my presence, still giving me praise. Man, don't disappoint your Father in the middle of what you're going through. Man, he bragging on some of y'all from heaven right now. That's why you're going through what you're going through, because he know you can handle that. And I want to say to you, watch, come out on the other side. Somebody shout, come out. You got to know how to live well and suffer well and come out on the other side and not die in the middle of what you're going through, not give up your faith in the middle of what you're going through, not give up hope in the middle of what you're going through, not give up your testimony in the middle of what you're going through. You got to, man, listen to me, man.
And now, listen to me now. Getting passionate. Yeah, everybody, there's trials and tribulations for all. And it doesn't matter what you believe or if you're not even in any sort of faith. It's just, you will go through things, okay? And it's about never giving up and persevering and getting to the other side of these moments, of these times, of these weeks, months, years. Yeah, there could be shitty times where you got, man, this whole year sucked. This last year sucked. Well, luckily, we're in a whole new year, and we need to use that opportunity to go, you know what? What mistakes and can I learn from in my past? What things it's like out of your control where it's like, you know what? That happened, that sucked, but at least it wasn't this. You know, there's always a way to spin this positively to reinforce yourself, because I think that's really important. Is like there's they call it, I can't remember the exact theory, but it's like a manifestation sort of thing where it's like sometimes they feel like it's like if you say things enough to yourself, usually negative, you kind of get that on you.
You will.
You know what I mean? Where it's like
negative. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And so it's like you got to not do that. Like, even if it's not somebody goes, oh, that's some voodoo witch man. It's like, no. I'm saying just think of it in scientific terms. Like if you're constantly beating yourself up, if you're constantly steeping in your sadness or your depression or whatever, how do you expect to get out of that? How do you expect? It's like you're digging yourself a hole. Of course, it's going to make it harder to get out of the hole if you keep going down, right? So you need to be able to counterpoint that. You need to be like thinking these positive things. You need to be thinking of hopeful things. You need to plan for future goals so that way you can get to these things where you're going forward versus sitting down or steeping down or, you know, reverting back or things like that, where it's like, no, there is something to be said about that. It's not, you know, this willy-nilly voodoo stuff. I think there is just, to me, it's almost just chemical brain science, where it's like,
it is.
That's just how it is, man.
They've done science on that. It takes 11 positive instances, like I'm talking about socially, when if you meet somebody, that's why they say, oh, the first impression is the most important.
Yeah.
But that's because that's the moment where you might not get another chance. That's not saying like you only prioritize the first impression. It's saying like, if you screw this up here, you're going to have to be witnessed by this person 11 times being positive and having a positive impact on their environment, because it takes that much.
Yeah.
It's not an accident. Your brain is programmed to remember negativity because it's much more important than positivity.
Yeah.
You don't need to remember every time you like the flavor of something, but when something bad happens, like you're getting chased by a cheetah or some dumb shit that actually happened back in the past, you better be processing all that negative shit. You better be figuring out fast so your brain will 100% prioritize negativity because it's what you need to learn from now.
Yeah.
And if that's where now, as modern people, where we're not like forced to get to the next point, because before it was like, well, if you don't survive this, you're dead.
Yeah.
You got eat by the cheetah. Now it's like, well, I got to pay this, I got to do that. Like, it's a much slower decay.
Yeah.
So nowadays we have to be much more mindful of the positivity that we're feeding ourselves so that we can provide our own 11 positive instances to pull out of negativity.
Yeah. It's an unequal gravity.
It is literally the cycle of growth.
Yeah.
Negativity teaches you things, and then just to survive the aftermath or like just your general day to day, you got to build your own positivity back up. Otherwise, you'll be depressed real quick.
Yeah, I think if you're looking for external sources of positivity, you'll find few and far between. Like if you're waiting for somebody, I need somebody to tell me good job, or I need this or that, or man, I hope somebody notices this. Like,
or even if you're just as hopeful to be like, oh wow, I hope I see somebody helping an old lady cross a street. You're still unlikely to find it.
Right. Yeah.
It's your job now to be aware of positivity, to fuel that.
Yeah. Because at bare minimum, you can only control yourself, but you only have. At the end of the day, you only have yourself. You live with yourself every single day. You know what I mean? Every single moment of everything. So it's like you need to be we always talk about this, your own number one fan. You know what I mean? You need to be your own support. Nobody should be talking down to themselves. I suck. I'm ugly. I'm fat. I'm this or that. Like I joke around. I always go, I'm so fat. That's because I just feel fat. I don't really think I'm fat. You know what I mean? But it's like I feel fat. But then those are the things where I do try to think positively. And I go, well, okay, you know what? I do like that, I have lost weight. I do like that I haven't put back on too much weight or things like that. It's like, even if it's like not a complete positive, at least stopping the bleed. You know what I mean? Like, don't seek further. There's a lot of times where I get sad about something and I go, and I can feel it and I go, it's almost like you feel yourself like sinking into a couch. It's just like, oh, fucking sucks. And no, man, I haven't seen myself. And then I have to stop myself and I go, all right, shake it out. All right, let's do something here. All right, yeah, let me look into this or whatever. And I got to divert because it's like I can either sit there and just put it on me, put that weight.
And sometimes you do, sometimes that's the right move.
Yeah.
Like just sit with it, process, understand, but be realistic.
Yeah.
Like don't dramatize it too much to yourself. Like, yeah, that happened. That sucked.
Yeah.
But it's not happening again tomorrow.
Right.
I'll try something different or whatever. And my bad things always seem to happen in threes. I don't know.
I think there's a rule with that. It's usually like deaths are in threes, this and that are in threes.
Well, for me, it's like my egregious mistakes. Like I don't go through life I make a lot of mistakes, but I'm talking about like at work or task-oriented mistakes. I usually don't mess up. But then when the first one comes, I'm like, ooh, that was a doozy. And I'm like, all right, well, 2 more are likely to follow, so buckle up. I've told my bosses things like that because like if it's egregious enough, I'm like, I hate to tell you this, but I have a tendency to know that that's not the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like, well, I got a few more of these coming right behind there, but hey, we'll get through it. We'll get through it. It's no big deal.
Yeah, I'll help you out of this problem.
Yeah. Mario actually showed up in the chat. He said, you should have used the cord on that guy. I'm not sure which clip he was talking about when we did that. Oh, that's really awesome. And then Maddie said, if I need outside sources for positivity, I got my job for that. Those little kids are great for that. That's awesome because she works at like a daycare facility, so that way she can do that. So
don't discount yourself so easily. You see that as a positive thing for a reason.
Yeah, I mean that's the other thing. It's like, she has here Shakespeare's rule: bad things happen in threes. Oh, it's Shakespeare's rule.
Is it?
Shakespeare did that.
I'm going to tell you, I don't actually read Shakespeare. Wow. So I had no idea.
We're not sitting there reading the Shakespeare, but that'd be funny. Read a little Shakespeare. I think the only thing it's like Romeo and Juliet and like whatever you get through in school. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, this is from Shakespeare. I've never I don't think I've sat there and read
just willingly cracked open a book.
No, not like that. Not Shakespeare. That's interesting. And if you ever need positive sources, Maddie, you can always just reach out to me. That'd be just so funny. You just text me, just like, I'm feeling sad. And I'll be like, well, you shouldn't, this and that. Like, that'd be awesome. I could be a resource of positivity. And then I'll turn myself into an AI app. And then even if I'm not around, you can just be like, I need positivity. And then it'll be like, hello. Hello. Don't be sad. You're awesome. AI Al. All right, here we go. Bible verse of the week. 2 Corinthians 4:16. So we do not lose heart, though our outer self is wasting away. Our inner self is being renewed day by day. For this light momentary affliction is preparing us for an eternal weight of glory beyond all comparison. As we look not to the things that are seen, but the things that are unseen. For the things that are seen are transient, but the things that are unseen are eternal. And that's just another way to say exactly what we were just saying about this stuff. Hey, man, all the stuff you're going through is temporary at the end of the day. And even if temporary 70 years, that's still temporary in the grand schemes of infinity, in the grand scheme of eternity. And so, you know what? Just take things one step at a time and one day at a time. That's really important, because if you look at a lot of verses in the Bible, it's like they're very clear. Don't dwell on the past. Don't worry about the future. Just focus about today. Just today. Get through one day at a time. I can't be sitting there, oh, next Friday and this and that. I can think of what can I do today that'll help me prepare for next Friday. And then tomorrow, I go, what can I do today? Today. You only have today. Stop worrying about the past. Stop having anxiety about the future. You only have today. Live it one moment at a time, and you'll do just fine. I never read Shakespeare either. Every English teacher in high school was obsessed. I feel like that's just an English teacher in high school. That's really awesome. All right, that's it for the show. We went through all the content. Yes, it took longer, but we had like 3 weeks of show to get through. And for 3.5 hours, that's not so bad. Thank you, Mario and Maddie and my dad. And I really neglected TikTok. I feel bad about that. I'm sorry, TikTokers, but that one is all the way over there. I'm going to move that device to here so I can see them more. So all the people that came through on TikTok, I appreciate that as well. But we are done for the day. We'll be back next Tuesday on all the streaming platforms, somewhere around 10 p.m. Save the date, save the time. Jason, thanks for the night. We're out of here. Good day. I'm sorry, everyone. The show's over, but we thank you for joining us. Thank you for your time. We're out of here.
You what?
Good day.
Are you ready?
Wait a minute.
That was legitness. Yeah, it was. Huh?